from my books that prove this incident happened. Because the reality is what I take Quran and the Sunnah of the
Again,
Rasulullah
that's not an
sallallahu.
answer
Let
to
me
my
finish. Let me
question. I
finish.
asked you, what do you
Let me
even,
finish. Let me finish.
what
Let
do
me
you
finish,
even
brother. Let me
consider to
finish.
be reliable or
Let me
authentic?
finish.
So can you tell me, one second, can
Okay.
you tell me
Okay.
which books, one second, can
Okay.
you tell me which, the methodology of which scholar, or Rajali
Do you
scholar,
want
do
me
you
to?
accept?
Okay. Okay. Do you want me to teach you Hadith science? Is that what
No,
you
I
want?
want you to give me
Like,
the
I don't get it.
scholar, I want you to give me the methodology of a certain scholar that you accept. Like,
Okay.
for
I
example, in the
told you.
case of, one second, in the case of, for example, the Qutni or Ibn Hajar, they have different methodologies, right? So I don't know what methodology you accept. Like, for example, one report could be reliable according to descendants of, for example, Ibn Hajar, but not reliable, or for example, according to descendants of the Qutni, because, for example, the Qutni has his own views on, for example, let's say,
Okay.
Irsal, etc. So I'm
Beautiful.
asking you,
Okay.
what methodology you accept?
Okay. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. You know why you're saying that, right? Because you know that Dar al-Qutni, when it comes to Sheikh al-Muqbil and his understanding regarding this reports, and of course Ibn Hajar is going to bring, and when it comes to Bukhari and Aslam narrating from who? From Umar ibn Khattab. Brother, I know what you're going to say. Trust me, I already know what you're
No,
going to
that's
say
not an
before you
answer
say
to
it.
my
So
question. I
let me
asked you a
finish. Let me
very simple
finish. Let me finish.
question.
I'll answer.
No,
I'll
you're not
answer.
answering the
So
question.
let me answer. Let me
You're
answer. Let
like
me answer.
running
So
around.
beautiful. I'll answer you. I want you to bring me something that you can prove to me that this, number one, before you cut me off, this incident happened, number one, right? And I want you to bring me an authentic report. Now you say, what's my methodology? We know Hadith science. Do I have to teach you Hadith science? We know
Again,
Hadith
again. No,
sanad.
one
Wait,
second,
one
one
second,
second,
one
one
second,
second.
one
I
second.
think I know
One
better.
second.
One second. I
No,
think
no,
I
no, no.
know
One second.
Hadith
One
science
second.
better than
Stop cutting
you,
me
because you don't
off.
even
Stop
know
cutting me
what.
off.
One second.
Stop
You don't
cutting me
even
off.
know. You don't
Brother,
even
stop
know.
cutting me
One
off.
second. You don't
I
even
don't
know
get
that
to
there are
answer
distinct
without you. Wait,
methodologies
wait.
that one may
Okay.
accept.
Okay.
Because if there are
Okay.
distinct
Stop cutting me
methodologies that
off. But you
are
keep cutting
very.
me off. I don't get to answer. You keep cutting me off. Come on, relax, bro. Relax. You know, I'm one person. So it's a
Listen,
Salah
shut
Sanad,
up.
but
I ask
Karawi.
you one second. One
Now
second.
shut up. I can't
You
answer.
shut
Now
up,
shut up,
because
right?
you're
I don't
not
want to
answering my
answer. I
آه
didn't
question.
tell you to
The
shut
السلام
up.
عليكم
reason.
I never
السلام
told you to
عليكم
shut up.
Alaikum
أخي
salam.
I
The
أخي
never
reason.
told you to shut up. I never told you to shut up.
The
just
reason.
Can
The
I
a
speak?
minute
reason. The reason
Okay, can I
when.
أخي
speak?
أخي
Can I
أخي
speak? Can
upon
I speak?
أخي
Can I
let
speak?
him finish
No,
let
no,
him
Thank you,
finish
he's
brother.
not
Like,
answering my question, and he's
no, no,
running
no, no. I
around and
am
stuff.
answering your question. I am
No,
answering your
you're not
no
question.
answering the
problem
question.
let him
Okay, let me speak.
أخي
Let me
أخي
speak.
upon
Thank you, brother.
just let him finish. Let's see
Yeah,
what he's
just let me
saying.
finish. Just let me finish. Exactly. Thank you. So what I'm basically saying is what? We know the shurut when it comes to an authentic report. Now, you can bring me aqwal of the scholars, right? But unanimously or in essence, based off the shurut, I want you to prove to me that this hadith is authentic reports. Now, if you could say that there's no scholar that actually grades this particular hadith and authenticates it, but we know hadith science. We know the methodology of hadith science, of how we can prove an authentic report to be authentic, and how the ulama do it. You know, jarh al-ta'did, they look at the sanad, they look at the if there are any defects, they look at if there's any shudud, they look at, we know hadith science, brother. It's simple.
Okay,
So
can I
my thing
reply
is
to the,
simple.
can I
I'm almost done.
reply?
I'm
Can I
almost done. I'm
reply?
almost done. I'm almost done. I'm showing you. Bring me a hujjah on me from my
Okay,
books
can I
that show
reply?
me. I'm almost done, bro. Yo, you got worms in like your pants or something. You can't stay quiet. I'm saying, bring
Because
me,
you're not answering my
brother,
question,
brother,
and
brother. Let me
that's,
finish. Let me finish. Let me
you're
finish. You
not
keep cutting me
okay.
off.
Finish.
أخي upon خليه يحكي خلينا نشوف
Let me
لوين
finish. Let
بده
me finish.
يوصل.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Madara, what hadith are you asking for?
I want you to show me an authentic report about the burning of the house, the broken ribs, from my books, hujjah upon me, that shows that Umar ibn Khattab went to the house of Fatima. He burned the house upon her. He broke her ribs, like you guys claim, and he killed her child, a miscarriage. I want you to prove to me from my books and hujjah reports from me that proves this incident. Can you prove
Okay.
one? Give me one.
Uh,
Let me reply
I think
wait,
this
respectfully.
guy
wait.
has
Let me
Akhi,
someone said
Akhi,
he
respectfully
has a
reply.
Akhi,
debate
upon.
soon.
Wait.
I want to show him
Wait, just a
something.
minute, Akhi. Jazakallah, please, just be patient. What he's asking for, basically what he's doing here is, it's like asking, the Chinese to prove that the Americans are the good guys. Basically, this is what he's asking for. Now, I am not saying in your books you will not find reports that Umar ibn al-Khattab went to the house of Sayyidah Fatima alayhi salam, and he said, if these people don't come out to give bay'ah, if you are a sincere Muslim, like I had a brother 2 days ago, he's from Egypt, and he was Sunni, I think Maliki, and he came to the room. Of course, he gave his testimony why he became Shia. So anyway, he said just the threat of somebody standing outside the door of the daughter of Rasulullah and saying that if so and so persons don't come out, he's talking apparently about Imam Ali alayhi salam and Zubair and the others who were with Imam Ali in the house, and they had refused to give the bay'ah. So he said, if you don't come out, I will burn the house. He sweared. He said, "Wa'aymullah, wa'aymullah." This is what Umar said. He said, "Wa'aymullah. If you don't come out, I will burn the house." He used wa'aymullah. Like if you check the homepage of this club, Club of Islam, House of Islam, there is a recorded room whereby I asked a question a while ago. This was on the 4th of October. I said, do Sunnis believe Umar swore falsely to burn the house? Because he swore. He said, if you don't come out, I will burn the house. And based on the position of Imam Ali alayhi salam, I don't think he will yield to threats that, oh, if you don't come out, Umar is going to burn the house and all that. No, he swore. So now, first of all, you have to agree. Do you agree the position that the threat was made? Do you agree that Umar swore? Now, do you agree that he swore falsely? Or do you agree that he did not carry out the threat because Imam Ali alayhi salam succumbed to the threat he was making? These are three questions. When you give us the answer, then, we can go, the brothers can go into, we have to establish qawaid. We need some foundations to the story. Not, Ikhwan, not everybody, this guy, if he is sincere, he will draw a conclusion just upon the threat, which is established in Sunni books without a shadow of a doubt, that this man came to the house of Fatima alayha salam and he threatened to burn the house of the daughter of Rasulullah. And he said, even if she's inside, after he was told that Fatima alayha salam was in the house, he said, even if she was inside, I will burn the house. So, Ikhwan, it's not, he is coming to tell you, oh, I challenge you, to do. No. First of all, let us establish on what do we agree on. This is the beginning. Not, you want to build a house, you want to start building from the roof. You have to build from the foundation. You tell us in the story what you agree on and what you don't agree on. And then what is the conclusion based on what you agree on? In Nokhalas, Umar has actually made a threat and we forget about it. He's a good guy. So you have to tell us, Madara, what exactly do you believe from these historical accounts or these narrations? Let us set the foundations before we jump into actually building the roof of the house. We have to start from the foundation. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you that no burning of the house happened. I'm going to tell you no child was killed. No threats even happened. That's what I'm saying. Umar ibn Khattab didn't even threaten Fatima Zahra. I'm going to go as far as to say he didn't even threaten her. Yes.
Was Fatima angry with them? Was Fatima angry with Abu Bakr and Umar?
Stop running from the topic, brother. You clearly
Can
can't
I
answer the
say
question.
something?
So you're running from the topic. Like I told you.
Wait. Ali. Just a minute, Akhi.
You're running, Ali. You're running, Ali.
No. Just a minute. Let's go step by step, please.
I just told him what I believe. I believe that clearly, not even threatened. He didn't even threaten to burn.
Not even the threat happened.
Not even the threat to Fatima Zahra happened.
MashaAllah.
Can I say something?
But
Can I
was
say
she
something
angry
really
with
quick?
them? No, you can't say no. Was she angry with them? Was she angry with Abu Bakr and Umar, Madara? Or can you answer this at least?
She did not. She did not die angry. No, she did not die angry.
She did not die angry.
No, she did not die angry. Now stick back to the topic. Back to the topic. Like I said, clearly, he didn't even threaten Fatima Zahra. Okay, go ahead.
MashaAllah.
This is the thing.
Your knowledge is infinite. Your knowledge is infinite. You are a scholar. Wallah. Just read and research more. You will come to know about Conclusion.
Can I say something really quickly? So this is the thing, right? He asked us for evidence, right, that the attack happened. The reason why I asked him what methodology you accept is because there is a type of Salafi who accepts a very strict methodology that is barely accepted. It's like a black sheep, like Sheikh Mukbil is like a black sheep among the scholars, right? Because in regards to Sheikh Mukbil and Darqutni, they say that Irsal cannot like if there's an irsal in the chain, you cannot accept the report itself, right? Which is almost rejected by most Sunni scholars, especially when it comes to history. So when I asked him what methodology do you accept, the reason why I asked that is because if I'm going to bring a report, like let's say for example the report in Musannaf, and he's going to say, well, the report is not authentic. Well, why is it not authentic? I mean, the majority of the Sunni scholars would agree that it is authentic. But you come with your own like strict methodology, like Darqutni and Sheikh Mukbil, and you're gonna reject it. Why? These presuppositions, I'm not gonna accept those. I'm not gonna accept your strict methodology because it doesn't even make sense for me, according to me, and according to others. So that's why I ask you what methodology you accept. You can't just come around and say, "Well, look, I want an authentic report." Authentic by what standards? Am I gonna accept your strict methodology that almost no Sunni scholar would accept? No, I'm not going to accept that.
Can I
I think that
respond?
the report in Musannaf is going to be authentic.
Okay, can I respond? So you saying that unanimous Shia, my bad, Shia scholars, unanimous scholars would agree according to what you're saying. This is false, actually, right? I can bring you many scholars who hold to my position on when it comes to mursal ahadith. That's point number one. Point number two, yeah, even if I want to quote Dar al-Qutni or I want to quote al-Muqbil, what's wrong with that? These are scholars who are hadith scholars, and they have, when it comes to, how you doing, brother? Yeah. No, I'm gonna put it right. Yeah. So I mean, what's the issue with that? And it's not unanimous. This is not a unanimous agreement when it comes to mursal ahadith. Even when you look at the Shafi'i madhab, they actually give four shurut, four conditions to accepting a hadith that is mursal. So if these conditions are not abided with, then we can reject the report that is mursal because number one, Aslam wasn't around. He wasn't a slave during the time, and he wasn't present. Right? He wasn't present in this incident. And there's no other report that show that Umar ibn Khattab actually told this incident to Aslam, where it came with the threats, like you're mentioning, and the burning of the house. That's my point. So again, prove to me. I'm still waiting. None of you guys proved nothing. I've been here waiting. Can you prove this has happened? If you can't, you can't.
Okay, this is the thing, right? This is
Afwan,
the, the
Habibi, if I may just, give an advice here. I asked him a question, at least to lay the foundations. Let us know, where he stands on this. This is somebody who has built his entire belief on denial. He's in denial. He says nothing happened. Nothing happened. Now, based on the Sunni methodology, in order to cover up for the Sahaba, what have they done? Burning of ahadith, refusing to record ahadith, expunging ahadith, distorting ahadith, tailoring ahadith. For example, the hadith, where Fatima alayhi salam died angry with Abu Bakr in Bukhari, you can see, it's so evident that the hadith has been doctored. So this is the foundation on which our friend here, he's actually building his belief system. So if you have a problem, you are not convinced, you cannot, be throwing a challenge here. The challenge is not for us because we have seen the evidence. We are convinced. We are not only convinced, we are sure that certain events took place. And also, even if you put the text aside, you want to think logically based on aql, you will see the truth. But now, if you don't want to use aql, you don't want to use the evidence, but instead you want to follow the methodology of tailoring hadith, you will never see the truth, my friend.
Brother, you're giving a
You
lecture.
will
Can you
always,
show me? Can you
you
show me
will,
the
no,
evidence? I don't have all day,
it
brother.
should, no,
Can you show me the
wait a
evidence?
minute.
I'm not gonna be here all day, bro. Where's the
No,
evidence?
listen, it's not about evidence. Like, for example, in the case of when Khalid ibn al-Walid wanted to assassinate Imam Ali alayhi salam on the order of Abu Bakr, This is in the Sunnah of Al-Khalal, by the way. In the Sunnah of Al-Khalal, one of the earliest books of Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah, what is Ahmad ibn Hanbal recorded to have said? He said he does not want to include the hadith, even though it had an authentic chain. He said he doesn't like it. He does not like to record such hadith. The assassination of Imam Ali by Khalid ibn al-Walid, which Abu Bakr had instructed him to carry out. And in the last minute of the prayer, he actually, before he did the salam, he told Khalid not to do. He said, don't do it. Because the mission was that when I say salam, you will kill him, you will strike him. And Imam Ali asked Khalid, would you have done it? He said, yeah, I would have done it. And there was actually a confrontation between Imam Ali and Khalid ibn al-Walid. So you have your scholars, their aqidah is not to interfere in what happened or what transpired between or among the Sahaba. This is the root of your aqidah. You do not want to engage in anything that transpired among them. If you don't know your aqidah and you cannot see that the hanky-panky that your predecessors
Brother, you're giving a
actually...
lecture, bro.
No,
Wait,
wait, don't brother me yet.
I don't have
No.
all day.
You
Prove to me
had a
that the
lecture.
events happened. Prove to
I
me that
allowed the
Umar
brother to give you.
threatened.
I allowed the brother to let you
Bro,
speak.
you're
Akhi,
going around this.
Habibi. No, just a minute. Listen, before you come, you want to come and lecture us. First of all, you have to know the foundation of your aqidah. The foundation of your aqidah, whether tahawiyya or whatever you want to call it, of Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah, you should not interfere in what transpired among the Sahaba. This is the aqidah of your scholars. If you don't wake up to this reality, you can never ascertain the truth. You can go, read 100 books or whatever. It's just, it's like every book you read, you are actually using it as a veil to cover your eyes. First of all, know your aqidah, that the basis of your aqidah is avoiding what's transpired among the Sahaba. This is the sole aim. I think Brother Opwan wanted to say something.
Yeah, I wanted to reply very quickly to him. So the thing the thing with him, he's saying, look, oh well, this methodology accepted by these scholars, right? What's the problem with me accepting the methodology of these scholars? Well, the question is, why should I even accept that methodology that I think is that the methodology isn't even acceptable, right? So if you're gonna ask me for proof and you're gonna say, well, this proof must be in line with my own standards. No, well, why should I accept your standards in the first place? When you're going to reject, for example, Marasil, right? You're going to say, well, look, they're not acceptable according to my standards. Well, who cares? Then you should, then it's a positive claim, right? Which you're making basically. You're saying Marasil cannot be accepted. Prove that to me. Not by appealing to your own standards, but give me an actual argument for why Marasil in general, and especially in the case of, for example, Aslam, cannot be accepted. You're making the positive claim here. And in regards to what the other thing you said he wasn't around. I mean, I can bring you reports from Sheikh and which Ibn Hajar, by the way, mentions, that he was around that time. So I don't think that's
Okay, Upon, listen.
that proposition you
Brother.
made was true.
I just wasted 25 minutes. You still haven't proved anything to me. You're just talking about methodology this, methodology that. I told you, because you guys lie to the Sunnis all the time and say,
Listen,
listen,
Madara.
let me finish. Hold on.
No. Listen, wait.
I'm listening to you. Can I
Wait,
speak? Can I speak?
no. Listen to
Wait.
me, please. Wait, no. You have
Bro,
to
wallahi,
wait.
this is
You
not
wait.
fair, bro.
Let
Wallahi,
me tell you
I'm
something.
one Sunni against
No,
like 7
Akhi,
Shias. Let me speak.
Habibi, just
Let me
listen.
speak.
The tone. No. Listen, wait. Habibi, listen. If you want to come here, ahlan wa sahlan. We don't have any opposition to you coming speaking for 10 hours. We don't have a problem. But the tone you're using, it's not one of an ignorant person. As far as we are concerned, you're ignorant. So you have to reduce the tone in your voice.
Okay, I'll fix
Use
my tone.
appropriate.
Okay,
Yeah,
sounds good.
use
Thank you.
appropriate words.
Okay,
Don't
thank you.
address other people
Okay.
anyhow, because to us you are
Okay.
the ignorant one. You're the victim
Yes.
of a distorted history. So you
I am a
behave as
victim.
one.
Okay, I'm a victim. Okay, nice. So, okay, I basically was here for this guy is very emotional. Anyway, I was here for 25 minutes. Listen, people in the audience, you could clearly see that these people cannot prove their claims. They claim to the what? To the Jahil Sunnis that don't know anything, and they make positive claims. That's Umar ibn Khattab broke the ribs of Fatima. He went to the house. He burned the house down on her. And what did he do? He broke what? He caused a miscarriage and killed the child, right? This is their claim. This is unanimously the claims of the Shia. They go to weak books like Sulaiman bin Qais, which is rejected. I bring you multiple scholars that said this book is a fabrication. And then they try to prove from our books because they cannot prove it from their books with authentic hadith through their methodology of what a sahih hadith is. So they go to our books and they say, oh, well, let's go to Musannaf ibn Abi Shaybah. When they don't even understand our hadith science, they don't understand anything. And they try to push upon us and force us to take a mursal hadith that is munqati', it's broken, and a person who was the narrator, Aslam, wasn't even there because Umar ibn Khattab purchased him in 12 Hijrah. When did this happen? After the death of the Prophet ﷺ. So how is this the case that Aslam was available and he was there? He wasn't there. So the next thing you're going to say that Umar ibn Khattab is the one that narrates this report. So you're going to go to Bukhari and other reports and show me where this is a connection and the reports where Aslam narrates from Umar. Now, according to my methodology, like I told you, and the methodology of Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah, right? There's 4 shurut when it comes to mursal hadith. Now, you probably don't even know these conditions, because if you did, you would have mentioned them. There's 4 conditions. Based off you can't bring me a report in Bukhari where Umar narrates from Aslam and say, oh, this is a mursal that made it into Bukhari. Therefore, this hadith was narrated from Aslam through Umar bin Khattab. You have to show me a different isolated chain that goes through Umar bin Khattab, through Aslam, that narrates his reports of what? The burning of the house, the threatening, and also the breaking of the ribs or the miscarriage. You have the events you have. So again, Shias, you have failed again. You cannot prove this event. I wasted 30 minutes. May Allah guide you guys, to the truth, which is Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah. And I proved to you guys
Even
cannot
if
prove
you
it.
can look
Alhamdulillah.
at the,
Ahl Sunnah wal
even if
Salafi.
Habibi, not even you people
Wasted,
can agree on one thing. What do you mean
wasted. See, I just
Ahl
wasted
Sunnah wal
my time. I
Jama'ah?
wasted my
Ahl
time. Wallahi,
Sunnah
you guys.
one and
if
one.
you can
Masakeen,
look at
masakeen,
But I
Bukhari,
think I
masakeen.
don't think
Islam,
There's
even
8
know like.
Islam,
Shias. Not one of you
Guys,
guys could
one
have
at a
proved
time.
it. Not one Shia could
Habibi,
have proved it.
we go
Subhanallah.
into your rooms and there's
One
50
Shia could have proved
Sunnis
it.
and one
This is amazing.
Shia, and you guys call us kafir and
Look,
zindiq and all this.
I didn't call
Don't
you a
play
Listen,
that
kafir.
so
Did I
stupid
call
game
you a
with
kafir?
me.
Did I call you a kafir? I
No,
don't
I'm
call
saying,
nobody
this
kafir.
is what happens in your room. Did I
Okay,
say that you
but
called them?
you're speaking to
Right?
me, brother. You're speaking to me, brother. You're not speaking to anyone
Well,
else.
first
I'm
of all, I
speaking to
haven't been
you.
speaking. I just started speaking.
Okay, listen. I called you my brother, so I have respect for you, right? I haven't cursed you. I haven't called no one a kafir. I just said this is an event you guys throw at people. Now you can't show me proof that this is binding upon me, and I can wallahi al-azim, I can prove this is not binding. This hadith, you can go to Mustadrak ala Sahihain, you can go to Musnad Ahmed. I've seen all the arguments, wallahi, I've studied this, all the arguments. This event, you cannot prove it, and you guys throw it down Sunnis that are ignorant, as if this event is something that is yaqeen, gives you certainty that it happened. Wallahi, this is embarrassing.
I'm
This
sure
is not my
Tafaki
deen.
has
but
told you
I
multiple
don't
times.
think this is the thing, right?
And you
There's
want to
there's
put hold on,
guys like.
upon. You know what a maqbool hadith is. You know what maqbool and mardud
But let
hadith
me let
is.
me let me respond to you. Let me respond
But
to
by the
you.
way,
Shut
this
up,
is Shia.
please.
This is
Shut up.
Shia
Shut up.
terminology. Do you know why
Okay,
you telling me to shut up?
can you shut up, please? Can you shut
I've
up,
been
please? Can someone
respectful,
mute
bro.
this guy, please,
I've
for
been
me?
respectful. Why are you
Okay,
telling me to shut up?
can
I've been
someone? No,
respectful.
you're not respectful. So please mute
Have I
yourself.
told you
You're not
once
even
to
being
shut up?
respectful
Have I
by
told you
interrupting
once
me.
to shut
Upon
up?
you're
You're not.
you're the one being
Sorry,
disrespectful,
sorry, just a
upon.
minute, just a minute. Madara, is your problem with Aslam, the Mawla of Umar? Madara, can you answer the question?
No. That's not the problem. I told you already. I
So
can show
what's your
you
problem? Do you
the
accept the
problem.
hadith of Aslam?
And Musannaf ibn Abi Shaybah, no, I do not accept it. It's weak, and I
Okay,
reject it.
so in other words, outside
Madara, can I
the
say something?
Musannaf, wait, just a minute, guys. Let's get something straight
I'd be
here.
pretty mad at
Out,
Zubair.
outside the Musannaf of Ibn Abi Shayba, it means Aslam is thiqah. But in the Musannaf, you don't accept it. Is that what you're
Okay,
saying?
okay, beautiful question.
Madara, can I
That's
say
a beautiful
something?
question.
Madara,
Let me, yeah, go
Madara,
ahead, answer.
can I say something? Okay, so the problem we have with Aslam is not hadith.
No. Wait.
Can
We
I
are not.
please
Wait,
can I please talk?
no. Just a minute.
Okay.
Just a minute,
Why you
please.
moved him down, brother? Why you moved him
No,
down?
Akhi, we are talking with you.
Okay, I'll answer, but
Okay.
can you bring him back up though? I'll answer. Well, I'll answer.
No, I
Bring him
will.
back
I
up.
will bring him. I will bring
Okay,
him. I will
I'll
bring
answer
him.
you.
But
I'll answer you. I'll
I'm
answer
asking you. I'm asking you a question, a clear-cut
you. Okay,
question.
okay, let me answer it
Do
right now.
you
Ready?
accept? Do you accept the hadith of Aslam, the Mawla of Umar?
Okay,
You, I don't know. I
beautiful.
don't know if I misheard you. You said, outside of the Musannaf, yes.
Okay, beautiful. So what I basically said, I didn't do Jarh al-Ta'dil and I criticize Aslam and say that we don't take from him. That's not what I said, right? When we look at hadith science, if it's a connected report, we have ittisal al-sanad is one of the shurut when it comes to an authentic report. It has to be a chain that is connected. Now, marasil, there's difference of opinion regarding marasil, and there's shurut, there's conditions. Even when you quote scholars that say a mursal hadith is binding, there's conditions. Again, you guys don't read our book, so you wouldn't know the conditions. According to Musannaf ibn Abi Shayba, it does not fulfill those conditions. That's why scholars have corrected
So,
certain
so wait,
opinions
wait.
of
Is
Ibn. One
is the
second, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I'm
mursal
almost done. I'm
is
almost
the
done. I'm almost done, brother.
mursal
I'm
of
almost
a
done. I'm almost
tabi'i
done.
is the
Subhanallah. I'm
mursal
almost
of a
done.
tabi'i
I'm almost done.
acceptable?
I'm almost done, brother. Let me finish. Let me finish. I told you when it comes to marasil, there is shurut. Okay, do you know the conditions? Tell me the conditions. Go ahead. Tell me the conditions of marasil. Go ahead.
No, no, no. I
Because
am
you,
asking you. I
no, no,
don't
no.
know.
You
I
tell
don't know.
me. Okay,
Akhi,
okay.
I don't
So,
know. I am a
okay,
jahil. I don't
beautiful.
know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
you're
you
basic.
tell me. Wait,
So
wait, 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 Akhi.
hold on,
Listen, you're not
brother.
answering my questions.
I just
I am
you're not letting
asking
me
you.
answer.
I am
You're cutting me
asking
off
you.
before I answer. You know what I
Is
mean?
the hadith of Aslam acceptable to you? It's a simple question. It's a yes or no.
Okay, beautiful. Now, if Aslam says something or he narrates an incident that he was not there to witness the incident, does that mean he saw the incident? No, it means that he probably got it from someone else. This is what you're going to say next, right? Because if Aslam wasn't there, how can I take a report if he wasn't there? It has to be contemporary. We know this, right? Because the chain is broken. A person that wasn't there, what does he have? Ilm al-ghaib? Does he know the unseen? He knows this event, but he wasn't there. So my point is, you cannot tell me Aslam
So
narrates
wait,
this
wait,
hadith. I'm
wait,
almost
wait
done.
a
I'm almost
minute.
done.
Wait,
Oh my
mahlan,
God,
mahlan,
bro.
mahlan.
I have to
Akhi,
finish though.
step
I have
by
to
step,
finish. I
step
have
by
to
step,
finish.
step by step. Wait, wait, wait,
Subhanallah,
step by step.
subhanallah, subhanallah.
Yeah, subhanallah. Because you're talking, what you're talking doesn't make
Okay,
sense,
but
by
you
the
gave
way.
a 7-hour
Uh,
lecture, but I can't speak for
no, no, no.
35 seconds
It's
without
not
being
a
cut off.
7 hour. It's not a 7 hour lecture. It's not a 7 hour. As far as I am concerned, I can see, the grading of Ibn Hibban, Ibn Abi Hatim, your different scholars on Aslam, and they believe, he's thiqah. You accept his hadith. So now, for you to scrutinize one particular report, which he is given, now, I will believe that if Aslam had something about his master, he will investigate, you know. إن جاء فاسق بنبأ فتبينوا. If a fasik comes with a news, you have to investigate. So this is Aslam. He heard about his master, Umar ibn al-Khattab. He did so, and so, and he's reporting it. And he didn't belie the story. In other words, he's establishing what he had heard by passing it on and not denying it. If there was a denial in the statements of Aslam, you will have a basis to argue on, to say, oh, you know what? This was what Aslam heard, and he doesn't believe in this. Oh, Shia, you are mudallisin, you're fabricating. But this is not what Aslam is doing. He's a contemporary person. He lived in the time of Umar ibn al-Khattab. Umar was his master. He
Okay.
had something about his master and he's transmitting it.
Can I respond, brother?
So
Inshallah.
what is your basis for
Okay, I'll tell you.
accepting what Aslam is saying elsewhere and
Okay.
rejecting what he's saying elsewhere? There's no coherence.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. So like I told you, for example, if Aslam is in the chain, right? So I can give you a hadith in Bukhari, al-Mustadrak ala Sahihain. It has a chain that goes through Aslam and then it reaches Umar ibn Khattab, right? This is accepted. Why? Because when we look at the Sahaba, we take the aqwal of the Sahaba, right? So we don't have to go to Adalat Sahaba. That's a different discussion. But the reality is, if it's a connected chain that goes back to Umar ibn Khattab, I wouldn't question this saying of Umar ibn Khattab because there's a connected report. I told you, if you know shurut of hadith, you know something called Ittisal al-Sanad. Because I cannot say an event happened and wait one second. Yeah, I am.
Imam Malik
140.
and
Thank you.
Shafi'i,
Have a great one.
Malik and
Have a
Abu
great.
Hanifa
Okay.
would disagree with you, bro.
Okay. Let me continue. Okay. I just told you. Malik and you said Malik and who? No.
Abu
Like I
Hanifa.
told you, when it comes. Okay. Like I told you, did you know the shurut that they give when it came to Mursal Hadith? Tell me right now. Go ahead. Bismillah.
Malik and Abu Hanifa don't give the shurut
Yeah.
you spoke about. The
Okay.
Shafi'i does.
Okay. So tell me what they say. Go ahead. And which book?
Wait, I think may I say something? I think look, when it comes
Tafaddal.
to what he
Tafaddal.
said
Hold
about
on.
the
He
four
said something.
conditions,
Hold on. He
right?
said something. He said something. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
but
Tafaddal.
you make a claim about the four conditions, right?
Okay. Let
Which
me
you
finish
took
now.
from like
Okay.
base. One second,
Let me finish.
English, like.
Brother, let me finish now, because you cut me off, right? He cut me
No,
off
you
when
weren't
I asked him a
speaking.
question.
I wasn't cutting
I
you
was
off.
speaking. No, I was
You weren't
speaking.
speaking. No, I was speaking, and
I
then
was
you cut me
speaking,
off.
and then he cut me off and asked me. He said Imam Malik, and he cut me off. All right. So
Yeah, and
brother,
then
don't
you
lie.
asked for the four conditions, right?
No. And then he muted, right?
No, you
Okay.
asked
So
for the four conditions. Now you're
and then
saying
he
no, but
muted, and then he
that's a
muted.
lie.
Brother. Let me speak, brother. And then he muted, right? So again, I was still speaking. He cut me off, and then I had to respond to what he was saying.
Then you asked
Madara,
for the
to
four
be fair,
conditions.
yeah, I cut you off. So
Subhanallah.
please just try to conclude. I will give you
Okay.
just conclude your stay. Let's give brother
Okay.
upon time to
Okay.
speak, because honestly, I
Okay.
have also caught him like 2 or 3 times. So
Okay.
conclude what you're saying and let
Okay.
upon respond.
Okay. So first and foremost, like I told you, what do I take when it comes to Marasil Hadith? I can give you plenty of evidence from scholars clearly mentioning that a Mursal Hadith is not binding. It's considered a report that is disconnected. Inshallah, I'll share the scans with you for that. On top of that, yes, even if we go to Imam al-Shafi'i, he lays out what 4 conditions when it comes to Marasil Hadith. This is the opinion, and this is what I take based off the events that
But this
happened.
is
I
not a
mentioned clearly.
mursal, Habibi. Habibi, this
Listen,
is not a mursal hadith.
listen.
Ya aini.
Yes, it is. Let me finish. Okay, hold up. Muhammad, what is a Mursal Hadith? Can you tell me what a Mursal Hadith is?
It's not disconnected because
Okay, tell me why.
Aslam, he's a
Okay,
witness to the event.
okay.
He's a
Show me proof.
witness.
Show me proof he was there. Show me proof.
Show you proof. He lived
Yes.
there, يا حبيبي.
No. Show me proof he was at the event.
حل عني
Go ahead.
بقى يا خيي. لا
No. You
عمرك
made a
ما
claim. You made a claim.
look.
Show me
If you
proof he was at the event.
understand Arabic
Don't run away.
حبيبي,
No.
عمرك ما تهتدي. عمرك ما تهتدي.
Brother, listen.
It's your bit. يا أخي,
Brother,
if you have chosen blindness, I cannot make you see.
you
You are
made
asking
a
me, I should
claim.
show you. This guy, he's the servant of Umar. He's a witness to the event.
Okay.
And you are insisting that his hadith is actually mursal. No, it's not mursal.
Okay. Can you tell me what Mursal is? Go ahead. Tell me what Mursal is.
It's not a disconnected chain, ya akhi.
Okay.
A mursal
Let
is
me.
if you have a tabi'i, for example, reporting from the prophet, and there is no connection between the tabi'i and the prophet, you say this is a mursal. The chain is disconnected.
Okay.
But in the case of Aslam, you cannot say this is a mursal hadith, ya jahil, ya ghabi.
Let me teach you now. Okay, mute up. Let me teach you. You ready?
No, you teach yourself. You teach yourself.
Mute up.
No, shut your mouth. No. Listen, wait. No. It's embarrassing for you because you have horns. You have horns on your head, and you're not seeing this horns.
Wallah, you guys are scared.
You have to understand. Aslam, listen. No. I'm not letting you speak.
You're a jahil.
You're the jahil because you don't know anything.
Shut the fuck up.
Spot ya ammi. Listen here.
Be respectful.
Aslam is an eyewitness. He's given an eyewitness account. If you want to make him, if you want to make his hadith mursal, that is your problem. That is not my problem.
Okay.
Allahumma salli ala
One
Nabi.
second. Has there? Okay. Has there been
was Aslam reporting from the prophet? No. Answer me. Was he reporting from the prophet? Was Aslam reporting from the prophet?
One second.
Was Aslam reporting from the prophet?
What do we call a tabi'i?
Ya akhi, answer my question. Was Aslam reporting from the prophet?
Wallahi, you are scared.
Ya akhi, answer my question. I'm asking you a question. You say I am scared. Your jahil is making me to be furious.
Okay, let me speak. Can I speak? Yes or
Even
no?
there
Can I speak?
is where
Can I
where
speak?
it
Yes or no?
says
Can I speak? Yes or no? Do I have your permission, Your Highness? Can I speak?
No. Not my highness. Anything. Allah is the
Thank
high.
you.
Speak.
So look,
Speak.
basically,
Please, I will mute myself so upon can respond to you because I don't think we have any common ground between your imaginary concepts and whatever you're talking about.
Okay, beautiful. So this guy doesn't know what a Mursal Hadith is, and he doesn't know that there were tabi'is, the tabi'i I can name, they're in the time of the Prophet ﷺ, that would narrate and get their hadith from other what? People that were successors, not companions. So for example, if I have a tabi'i that got his narration from another tabi'i, right? And that tabi'i himself doesn't mention where he got his reports. Does this mean that automatically because Aslam was a tabi'i that he heard it from Umar ibn Khattab? But you don't know this stuff because you don't read our books. You're jahil. That's point number one. Point number two, why is it disconnected? You want to use munqati' mursal, whatever term you want to use. It's a disconnected report. Why? Because I told you Aslam was not there at the event. You said that he was there. He was a witness. Oh my God, he was there. Show me one hadith that shows that Aslam was there and he narrates this report. He was there. He was at the event. Wallahi, you will never find it. So Aslam was not even there. Number one, which you lied. Taqiyya, of course. Number two, I mean not taqiyya, but just a liar, of course. You're a kadhab. So number one, Aslam was not there. So you said he was there. You lied. You can't show this. Wallahi, you can't show it. Number two, if Aslam hypothetically got this report from another tabi'i, what is your evidence that he didn't get this report from another tabi'i? Point number two. Point number three, if you look at other connected reports, for example, Al-Mustadrak ala Sahihain, if you want to go there, Mustadrak ala Sahihain, you see that's Aslam is a connected report to who? Umar ibn Khattab. Where's the addition? Where's the burning the house? Where's actually we can read the reports. It's beautifully read. It's beautiful. When Umar ibn Khattab speak about Fatima Zahra, there's nothing in the creation more beautiful than who? Than your father, and after your father is you, that I love, right? So he speaks highly of her. Allahu Akbar. This is Umar ibn Khattab, the akhlaq of him. He speaks beautifully of who Fatima Zahra and then speaks about her father. Now, where in Mustadrak, so I can clearly show is a ziyada. I can say is a ziyada. Because show me another report with a connected chain where Aslam narrates
Did
from Umar ibn
Umar ibn
Khattab.
al-Khattab have
Listen,
akhlaq
listen,
when he
listen,
told the
listen.
Prophet he was delirious? Which
Listen.
akhlaq are you
Oh,
talking about?
of course, you're gonna divert because you
No,
can't
no,
handle me.
you
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 can't
you're
handle
trying
me.
to
You
you're
can't
trying
handle
to
me.
divert
Stick
by
to the
telling us
topic. Stick to the
the
topic.
akhlaq of
Stick to the
Umar.
topic. Stick
Umar
to the
was the
topic.
person who did
Stick
not
to the
have
topic.
akhlaq. This is
Stick to
what
the
we
topic.
know. So
Stick to the
no,
topic.
no,
Stick to
stick
the
to the
topic. Why are you
topic.
scared?
Stick to the topic.
Okay. You
Stick to the
clearly scared.
topic. Don't
Wallahi,
whitewash the image of
I'm
him.
embarrassing you right now in front of everybody. Wallahi, you're
He's
embarrassing
not
yourself.
embarrassed.
Wallah, you are
He's
an
the one
idiot.
embarrassing
You are,
Okay.
you
you.
are the biggest
So
idiot among the
okay.
Salafis.
So
Bro, why
why
is you
do you
boosting
stutter?
stuttering.
yourself up, bro? Come on, bro. You're boosting yourself up.
Guys,
all
I have
all
been
you
getting
know all
You
you
don't
messages.
know
feel it.
how to do all you know how to do is to speak with your American accent with aggression, and you think you're making
Okay.
sense.
Okay.
You're
So
not
look.
making
Guys, I've
sense.
been
Yeah,
getting
Habibi.
Okay.
messages
I
from
am
Okay.
embarrassed. No,
Pakistanis
you're
saying
Okay.
that.
embarrassing your
Okay.
jahil.
Muhammad.
Oh,
You
for God's
basically
sake,
said.
your
You
your
just said.
entire your
You
entire
just said.
akhirah,
You
your
just
entire
said.
just a minute, just a
Wallahi,
minute.
jahil.
Your entire
Miskeen, miskeen.
akhirah, your entire no, the miskin is you. The miskin is you, ya jahil. Your entire akhirah is based on what? Negating that Aslam had from Umar ibn al-Khattab. So basically, you are actually saying Aslam made up the story. This is how I understand it.
Okay. Can I?
Because
Okay.
If Aslam is thicker and he's reporting narrations that are accepted to Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, and he's reporting something, he's actually substantiating an event, it means what he's reporting, as far as he did not negate that event on his own, it means he's transmitting something that took place. Otherwise, it was incumbent upon Aslam to do what? Bayan. إن جاء فاسق بنبأ فتبينوا. Aslam did not do that. Is that what you're saying? It's as simple as that.
Okay. Beautiful. Like I
Can
told you,
I
what you didn't respond to.
say
Like I told
something?
you, what you didn't respond to.
You can.
Okay. I mean, am I gonna like respond to both of you guys? I'm only one person. Can I respond to him first? Okay. So like he said, basically, this guy doesn't know what Mursal Hadith, Muwaqati Hadith. I had to, teach him, inshallah, free lesson today. Yeah, I didn't charge you anything. Point number two, I clearly showed this guy that Aslam was not there, right? So if Aslam is narrating a hadith and he's saying this event took place, right? It's like you're saying, there's many defects in the hadith in itself. Like I said, he wasn't there, and he wasn't there to witness this event. Point number one. Point number two, I showed you that there's conditions when it comes to marasil hadith. You cannot show me another chain that goes to Umar ibn Khattab that has this ziyada, that has this addition, right? It's nowhere. You cannot show this. I can show you reports from Aslam going to Umar ibn Khattab with a connected chain that have the incidents of him praising Fatima Zahra and praising her father. He speaks beautifully of her. Of course, you're not going to mention this hadith, right? So of course, you're going to reject this hadith. You're like, oh no, he didn't say that, because you want to go to the Musannaf ibn Abi Shayba that is a weak hadith, is munqata, is disconnected, and you want to say this is the words that was narrated. One second,
You've been
one second,
going
one second.
on
Let
and
me
on.
finish. Let me
You're
finish.
repeating
Let me
yourself.
finish. Let me
Just a
finish. Let me
simple
finish.
question. What
Let me
is the
finish. Let me
position?
finish. Let
What
me
is the
finish. Let me
position?
finish.
Wait.
Let me
Wait.
finish. Let me finish.
Wait,
Let me
Akhi.
finish.
You've been
No, no,
going on
no,
and on
no, no, no. I'm
like a
one person.
broken
I'm one
record.
person.
Listen.
I'm one person. I'm speaking to multiple. Let me finish.
What
Let me
is the
finish.
position?
Let
Wait.
me finish.
Wait.
Let me
What is
finish.
the? Yeah, Akhi, you're not
Wallahi,
answering questions.
bro,
What
I
is the
answered all your questions.
position? What is the position of the ulama of Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah on Aslam and his marasil? Are they acceptable?
Okay,
Let us stick to the point.
I told you already, unanimously, when it comes to marasil, right? When it comes to marasil as-sahaba, there's rulings when it comes to marasil as-sahaba. Now,
No,
you don't,
leave
let me finish, let
Sahaba.
me finish. No, no, no,
I'm asking you
I'm
of Aslam.
answering
I'm
you.
asking you of Aslam.
No, if you don't like my answer, just mute up. I'm answering you. When it comes to marasil
Tell
as-sahaba,
me about
let me
Aslam,
finish,
Akhi.
let me
Tell me.
finish, let me
Is
finish, let me finish.
the mursal of Aslam
Okay,
acceptable?
okay,
Tell me about
okay.
this.
Okay, look, I told you the only thing that when it comes to the ulama, when they say that something is binding upon you, right? When it comes to a hadith, for example, I can show you proof from marasil al-sahaba, right? The majority of scholars in hadith, what they say, when it comes to narration of the sahaba from a tabi'i, there's extremely rare, for example, that they don't indicate that they got it from another tabi'i, that they got it from the companion himself. So when it comes to marasil al-sahaba, like I mentioned before, there's conditions to that. But because if you show me that it goes directly to Umar bin Khattab, like I mentioned before, from Aslam, and there's another chain, like I showed you, I can read out the 4 conditions that I brought to you, which doesn't include Marasil Sahaba. This is Aslam, he's a tabi'i, right? This wouldn't be considered, this wouldn't put him in Marasil Sahaba, which wouldn't be binding upon me, because I told you there's 4 conditions. You have to, number 1, do what? You would have to prove to me from a different chain that is connected, that shows a report that is corroborating to this event, that supports this chain right here, because it's mursal, like I told you, right? So you have to prove a separate chain that is connected that has the ziyada. You cannot. There's no other reports that has the ziyada. Now you're telling me again that's Aslam was with certainty got this report from Umar bin Khattab. I showed you. I can show you 2 from Muslim Ahmed and Mustatir al Sahihain. They don't have the ziyada. Even the report in itself, when you actually look at the reports, Umar bin Khattab, number 1, he walked away. He left. He left the incidents. And what happened? Fatima Zahra was speaking to Ali radiallahu anhu, and they exchanged some words regarding what Umar said to Fatima Zahra. When they actually exchanged those words, how are you saying to me that Umar bin Khattab left? Now he is relaying this incident to Aslam. How is he relaying this incident to Aslam when Umar ibn Khattab wasn't even there to show that addition? That's what I'm telling. Is a ziyada,
أخي,
and you don't find this. One
can
second.
I
You
ask you
don't find
something?
this.
Wait.
One second.
Madara, خلاص. It's enough. You've made your point. يعني you're
Wait,
repeating
Umar,
yourself.
No. I
can I
didn't
ask
repeat
him a
myself.
question?
I didn't repeat myself.
Madara, أخي.
Just
Allah
So,
Ali, please. Just a minute, Akhi. Madara, can you hear me?
yes, I heard you.
Okay. You asked a question. In other words, you want the connection between the report of Aslam and Umar ibn al-Khattab. Now, I asked you a question which you have not actually responded to. I said, what is the position of the scholars of Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah on the issue of Aslam? Now, take the position of Ibn Hajar. What did he say? He is talking about Zayd ibn Aslam. He said he is trustworthy and knowledgeable. He used to narrate Mursal Hadith. He is from the 3rd generation. He died in the year 63 after Hijrah. He narrated in Sahih as-Sitta. This is on Zayd ibn Aslam. Tayyib.
Okay, can I respond to that?
Aslam, the slave, just a minute. Aslam, the slave, again, this is about Aslam. That was about Zayd ibn Aslam, the position of Ibn Hajar. On the position of Ibn Hajar on Aslam himself, he said, Aslam, slave of Umar, he was thiqa, trustworthy. And he died in the year 80. It is said that he narrated from Sahih as-Sitta. This is about Aslam and Zayd ibn Aslam. Now, when it comes to the issue of their mursal. Take for example, in Sahih Sunan at-Tirmidhi, volume 2, page 23, hadith number 1319, 1319, narrated Abu Dawood, Sulaiman ibn Mu'bad, from Abdul Razzaq, from Muammar, from Zayd ibn Aslam, from his father Aslam, who said, the messenger of Allah, you know, a narration. This is a narration that he mentioned from Sunan, this is a narration in Sunan al-Tirmidhi. Zayd ibn Aslam, he's reporting from his father, Aslam, from Rasulullah. And he didn't meet Rasulullah. What is the grading of this? Albani said Sahih. So Albani is grading the mursal of Zayd ibn Aslam, and Aslam, he's grading the hadith as Sahih. So what exactly are you arguing about?
Okay,
He's
let me
reporting
respond.
mursal, wait. Mursal from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi. This is Rasulullah that Aslam, he was not hearing from him. But here you have the son of Aslam reporting from his father Aslam from Rasulullah. He didn't say, I heard Umar said. He's reporting from Rasulullah. Umar is removed. What is Albani's grading? He said Sahih.
Okay.
So Habibi, your entire argument doesn't hold water.
Let me destroy
Yeah, I
that.
think I will
Okay.
mute myself.
Okay, beautiful. You gave a weak example. Why didn't you go to Bukhari? I'll help you out, brother. If you go to Sahih Bukhari, volume 10, right, you go to what? Imam Hajj al-Asqalani, he speaks about this, right? Page 57, Hadith 5012. Let's look at the chain. It goes from Bukhari to Ismaili to Malik, Zayd bin Aslam, and then it goes to the reports, right? And this is in Bukhari. Now, this hadith itself is a mursal in Bukhari with a full chain in Bukhari itself. Why was it included in Bukhari and why was it graded as Sahih? Same thing you can ask. Why go to Bukhari? It helps you out. The reality is, I told you, based off the shurut, why was this included in Bukhari? Because we see the same hadith found in Musnad Ahmad. What does this mean? We have another report that supports the incident with a connected chain. Allahu Akbar. If we go to Musnad Ahmad, we see that it's a connected report, and why Bukhari actually added this Musnad report. And this one now goes to Qurad bin Nuh. Let's look at the chain. It goes from Imam Ahmad to Qurad bin Nuh to Malik, Zayd bin Aslam, Umar bin Khattab, and then it has the reports, right? So this report is connected all the way to Umar bin Khattab, and that's why Bukhari included this hadith. And you guys say Bukhari is the strictest, so Bukhari, everything's sahih. That's why Bukhari included this, because there was corroborating evidence. There was another chain that was connected to support this mursal hadith. If you look at the Bukhari itself, Bukhari has hadith that's mu'allaq with maybe 6-7 narrators missing. Why is it in Bukhari, you ask? Oh, because Bukhari would include hadith that also has chains that's mu'allaq, missing many narrators. Why? Because there's a full connected chain elsewhere. What's Imam Malik? You might find it in Musnad Ahmad or other hadith books where they have a full chain that is connected. Of course, you went to Sunan Nisa'i or Tirmidhi. You could have went to Bukhari. It actually would have helped you even more with your evidence. But even in Bukhari, it shows that he included mursal and it was authentic. But why? I just told you, because it was another chain that is connected. It's a Salah Sanad that shows this event. I showed you, give me one chain. You cannot even provide one chain. You stuck in Musannaf ibn Abi Shaybah. You're stuck to this one disconnected reports because you can't go nowhere. Give me one other chain that is connected that shows that Aslam narrated this event of the broken ribs, whatever you want to say. Not even the broken ribs, the threats itself. You can't prove it. You cannot show me another chain that is connected that has this event. So this cope. Oh well, this mursal is accepted. I told you there's conditions to a mursal hadith, which again your brain cannot work. Now let's go to Kitab al-Tatabbu' by Sheikh al-Muqbil. What does he say? Before I go to that, there's a hadith we also see in what Sahih Bukhari 5081. Subhanallah, Bukhari. No way he has mursal hadith. Let's see what it says. It says the Prophet asked Abu Bakr for Aisha's hand in marriage. Abu Bakr said, "But I am your brother." The Prophet said, "You are my brother in Allah's religion." If you look at the chain itself, it goes through Urwa. Was Urwa a Sahabi? No, he wasn't. He was a Tabi'i. Why is it authentic? You might ask, because you just said, "Oh, why is it authentic?" And whatever, Jami' Tirmidhi. This is what you said. Why is this hadith authentic? But it goes to Urwa. The same thing you're asking, right? Ibn Hajar gives explanation to this. and he talks about the chain itself. Now, if we go to Kitab al-Tatabbu' by Sheikh Muqbil, page 344 to 345, he says, after mentioning what Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani said regarding this report, he said, as for whether this report is binding, the response is the narration that is mentioned does not include any inherent judgment that can be derived from it. And that's why leniency was given to it regarding the connectedness of this hadith. So this does not necessarily apply to all disconnected reports in the authentic book of Sahih Bukhari, right? Majority of scholars are of the opinion that what is narrated is disconnected, and this was made clear by Dar al-Qutni, Abu Mas'ud, Abu Na'im, and al-Humaydi, right? And this was Sheikh Muqbil said. So I give you 5 scholars, 1 second, 5 scholars that refute you completely. Then Sheikh Muqbil, what he says, he continues, it is possible that Arwa, the Tabi'i, just like Aslam was a Tabi'i, heard this report from his mom Asma or his aunt Aisha or from other companions. So this clearly destroys your claim. Instead of going to Jami' al-Tabi, I went to Bukhari and showed you a Mursal Hadith, and Bukhari was criticized for being disconnected and why it was included. Go ahead. Let me hear your response to this.
Can I
Jahil.
reply,
Jahil.
Muhammad,
I'm
or
teaching
do
you,
you want to
brother.
reply?
I'm teaching you
after
for free.
Can
I'm
I
giving you a
reply?
free lesson. A free
after
lesson,
the
brother. Free lesson.
Can
after
I?
the
Madara, don't
I
lose
want
your
to
akhlaq. Don't act like a mad person. Let others respond to you.
No, I want you to respond. No, hold on. Why are you
Can
Your
talking?
I?
no no no.
I want him to
Your
respond.
entire
I
upon
want
wait
you to
wait wait.
respond.
Listen.
Respond. No, you
Wait.
respond. I'm a jahil. You
Okay
respond.
okay. Wait. Yeah, okay. Just a minute. You've been speaking for the last 5 minutes. I've already given you the position of your scholars on Islam. In other words, whatever argument you're giving, you're doing ta'an
I gave you
on
5
Islam.
scholars. You didn't give me 1
Ya
scholar.
akhi, what you doing?
That'll be fun.
Don't laugh, ya akhi. Just listen. What you're doing here is ta'an on Islam. It's double standards here. One place you accept his mursal, another place you don't accept his mursal. It's not my problem, Habibi.
no, it's because the
What you
narration is
doing?
corroborated by
If this
Muhammad.
man was thiqa, khalas. It's as simple as that. Your entire argument is just
Because there's a
delusional.
connected
Can
report
I? Can
elsewhere.
I?
Do
Let's
you hear?
wait.
Did you hear anything I said? Because you can find the connected
Akhi,
reports in
just a
Musnad
minute.
Ahmed.
Please,
Wallahi,
please,
you're either
listen.
deaf or you're like I don't.
Listen. Just calm your nerves. Just calm your nerves. Upon اتفضل أخي.
Okay, thank you. So I was listening to the conversation between you and the other brother. You mentioned a few things. Firstly, you mentioned the conditions, and the conditions, as we know, are not accepted by all scholars, right? So these conditions are something a group of scholars accept. One of them, for example, being that there must be a corroboration, which is not broken, right? And for example, it must be in agreement with the historical, oh no, not historical narrative, but the sayings of the companions. And there's not another condition about like scholars who acted upon this. If the scholars act upon this, then it can also be accepted. But obviously we're not going to accept these conditions because in the first place those conditions. One second. Can I speak? Okay, thank you. These conditions are something that are accepted by a group of scholars that I wouldn't accept. Firstly, because it is saying that one of the conditions is that it must be in agreement with what the companions said, and it must be and it must something be that the scholars acted upon. Well, we're not going to accept what your I mean, we're not going to accept the words of your scholars. No, we're going to accept necessarily the words of your so-called Sahaba, right? So the thing is here with these conditions, that in and of itself is a presupposition that I don't think you can even justify. But let's assume that um, those conditions are acceptable. Um, someone was calling me. Anyways, so and in the first case, we're not going to accept those conditions because there's a presupposition that I would not accept. And secondly, when you say that in the case of Sheikh al-Mukbil criticizing the report in Bukhari, right, where I think was from Urwa, right? Yeah, that report. When you say Sheikh al-Mukbil criticized that and not five other scholars, well, just because Daraqutni and Sheikh al-Muqbil criticize the report does not mean that the criticism in of itself must be accepted as something valid, right? If you look at, for example, Ibn Hajar, he would accept the report because for him, when it comes to such a side, it's not problematic. Now, when you claim, well, look, Sheikh al-Muqbil is right here, we cannot accept the irsal in this report, I want you to justify that. I want you to show me how I cannot accept a report where you have someone narrate, so where there's a disconnection, but there's not another report corroborating this report without any disconnection in the chain, that it cannot be accepted. I want you to justify the claim by appealing not to your own scholars, not appealing to Sheikh al-Muqbil, because that's question begging against my position, but to appeal to something else, like, for example, an objective argument without any appeal to scholarly opinion, like, for example, the scholars you just mentioned, right?
Okay, subhanallah. He mentioned one scholar.
So,
I mentioned. Wait,
Madara, Madara,
wallahi,
wait a
this is
minute.
embarrassing.
Wait.
Wallahi, this is amazing. Wallahi, this is amazing. Let me respond. Let me respond. No,
Wait. Listen, all this
no, let me
your,
respond. Let me respond.
wait.
Let me respond. Don't
Yeah,
be
akhi,
scared. Don't be
nobody,
scared.
listen, wait. This your, provocative comments, your, what do you call it? Semantics or whatever, or your sentiments. Nobody, keep them to yourself. Argue or debate as a mature person.
Okay.
You're scared or ما بعرف شو. You think we're playing hide and seek here?
خلاص. ماشي مشكلة. خلاص. يلا. اسكت.
Okay, so
Okay.
try to respect yourself. Okay, understand something. The opinion or position of your 5 or 50 scholars, we don't care.
Exactly. I mean, this
Okay.
is why I,
Okay.
in the beginning, asked him what
Okay.
methodology you accept, right? Because when he says, one second, when he says this report is not reliable, because due to the disconnection in the chain, well, that's presupposing that your standards are true. You mentioned 4 conditions. You're saying these conditions must necessarily be applied. But listen, that's a presupposition. I'm not going to accept that. That's why I ask you in the beginning of this discussion, what methodology do you accept? I personally do not think that those 4 conditions are conditions that one should accept, as in, like, the one should say that marasil must be rejected if they're not meeting these if they're not fulfilling these conditions, right? I don't accept that. So you can now come with, like, your own conditions and your own scholars like Sheikh al-Muqbil, let's say, and use their criticism as some sort of criticism against the report I just the report I just brought. But it's question begging, because you're essentially using your own position to justify your own position, and that's fallacious.
Okay, hala. Wallahi, this showed me you don't know how jarh ta'deel works. Wallahi,
You know
Let
what
me
the
finish.
verse in the
No,
Quran.
let me speak. Let me speak.
You know the
I
verse
have
in
to
the
respond. Let
Quran.
me speak. Oh
You
my
will.
God.
Don't be too
Bro,
eager.
I'm one
Just
Sunni. It's
listen.
like 10
The
Shia
verse
here.
in
Can I
the
speak?
Quran.
Wallahi, you're scared,
Wait,
bro.
يا
Wallahi, you're
أخي,
scared.
يا أخي,
Wallahi, you're scared.
you've spoken more than all of
Wallahi.
us. يعني if we're
No.
conversing with you, cool
I'm
down a
one
bit.
Sunni. Let
Cool
me speak.
down.
I'm one Sunni. Let
The
me speak.
verse in the Quran, أضلونا
Subhanallah.
كبراؤنا. Our elders have
Farar,
misled us. This is your case. طيب تفضل.
Call upon Ali. He might help you,
اتفضل.
inshallah.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Go to
Okay.
Jannah. We'll be singing the song.
Now, mute up, brother, mute up. So this guy, bro,
Okay, can
mute
you
up.
mute yourself?
Let me speak. You said
Muhsin,
Oh
your
my
connection
God.
is bad. Just mute yourself.
Your
Okay,
microphone is
let's
bad.
hear this.
Wait. Can I
Let's
ask you
hear
a
this.
question? Wait. Can I ask you?
Wait. I
استنى
wanted to
شوية
ask
يا
you
أخي.
this.
استنى.
I wanted to صاحبي I wanted to ask
tranquila.
you.
لا استنى أخوي.
Wait. I just want to ask you. So do you believe I'm not asking whether it's sahih or not. Do you believe that Aslam even narrated this? Do you believe that he even narrated this? Forget if
Look,
it's mursal.
I told you there's defects in the reports, which you didn't hear anything I said. The defects in the reports is Umar ibn Khattab wasn't there. So how Umar ibn Khattab, this narration of the fact that he saw the incidents between the connection, that's what Fatima said to Ali radiallahu an, about burning the house upon them, not even upon her. How is
I got
he
this. I got
it
this. I
narrates
got
it?
this.
No. So I
That's
told you
not
it's a
my question.
defect. It's a
That's not
defect.
my
I
question.
reject this. I say this report. I reject it in totality. I
I
reject this
know,
report.
I know
Yes.
you do. I know you do. But, do you believe that he even narrated this? Do you believe that it even came out from his mouth?
It doesn't matter whether I believe it came out of his mouth. As I
No,
told
no,
you, I
because
reject this
I'm
report.
asking you. No, no, it matters. Can you just do you believe that it came out from his mouth?
What does that have to do with anything?
Do you believe that?
Well, how does that prove anything? How does that prove anything? I just
I'm
told
just
you it's
asking you a
disconnected.
question. I'm
How does
just
that prove
asking you a
anything?
question. I'm asking a question. Please answer it. Yes or no. Do you believe that he narrated this?
That doesn't prove anything.
Do you
Give me
believe that he narrated this? Yes or no?
okay. If I say yes, then what?
No, no. I don't want to say what if I say it and say.
No, no,
I'm
He
no,
asking
no,
you
doesn't
a
but
want
question.
to
no,
answer.
no, no.
He
It's a
doesn't want
stupid
to
question.
answer.
It's a stupid question. I'll tell you why it's a
No,
stupid
no, no.
question.
You don't
All the
know if it's a
questions are
stupid
No, no,
question.
stupid
no,
to
no. I'm
you.
gonna tell you why it's a
You've
stupid
not
question. I'm
answered
gonna tell you
one
why it's a stupid
question.
question. No.
Please,
What do you
please
mean? I've
answer it.
I've destroyed
I'm
you.
asking you.
I've destroyed all of you
Akhi,
guys.
akhi,
Wait,
Okay.
akhi,
Let
okay,
me
I've
let
destroyed.
me say it.
Barakallahu fi.
Let me say it. Let me say it.
Can
Let
you
me say
just
it.
please answer it? No,
Let me
no,
say it.
wait. Can you
Let
just
me
please answer
let me
me?
speak. Yeah.
Do
Let me
you
speak. Let me
believe
speak.
Islam narrates this?
Okay.
Yes or
Okay.
no?
Okay. Let me speak. Let me speak. When we look at the reports, we have a chain, right? So we have a chain of narrators within the reports, and this is I told you
Wallah
when
al-Azim,
we
I
look.
know
Let me
this.
let me speak, bro.
You haven't
Cut
answered
me.
my question, brother. You
Okay,
can't.
I'm not gonna
Listen,
answer a yes or
I'm
no.
not these
You're not
brothers.
gonna
I'm not these
you're not,
brothers who
you're
will
not
be
gonna tell me
who
to
will be
answer with a
patient.
yes or no. You're
Do
not gonna
you
tell me to
believe
answer a
that
yes or no,
Islam narrated this? Yes or no?
brother. You're not
Do
gonna
you believe
answer.
that
You're
he
not.
narrated this?
What is, bro? You're not gonna. I'm not gonna answer yes or no. I told you when
Did
it comes
he
to this.
narrate this? Yes or no?
Okay,
Please
you're gonna
answer.
keep cutting me off. You're gonna keep cutting me off, right? You're gonna keep cutting me off.
I
Can I
know
speak?
what you will say. You will
Can I speak?
try to explain the system of your asanid and the connection.
Can I speak?
I know
Can I
this.
speak?
I know this. But I'm
Can I
asking you,
speak?
did you
Can
believe
I
he
speak?
narrated this?
Can I speak? Yes or no?
Because the only problem
Can I
in
speak?
the Senate is Islam. So either I'm asking you, do you believe Islam narrated this? Yes or no? That's the easiest question. Do you
Okay, so
believe
you're
he
gonna let me
narrated
speak.
this?
I
Yes,
told
go ahead.
you. Let me speak. Whether Islam narrated this event or not, right? I told you already it has nothing to do with anything because Islam, number one, was not at the event. So even if
I know.
Islam, listen, even if I grant you that
He was
Islam
there.
had this,
He was
let
there.
me finish. No, he wasn't. No, he was not
He
there.
was
Prove
there.
to me he was
He
there.
was there.
Okay,
He was
okay, prove to me he was there. Prove to me he was
there.
there.
Okay,
Go ahead.
okay,
Prove to me he was
No,
there.
okay.
no, 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 no. He won't
Prove
prove
to
to
me he
me.
was there.
Wait, wait,
well, let's
wait,
calm
Prove.
down.
Hold
wait,
on,
Wait,
hold on.
wait,
like,
wait,
Prove
don't.
to
wait,
me he
wait.
was there.
Wait.
I told you. I
Don't
told you.
change subject. Don't
I
change
told you.
subject.
I
Did he
told you.
narrate this? Yes or no?
I told you whether or not Islam narrated this event or not with this ziyada, right? It doesn't prove anything. Why? Because I told you we have connected reports in Mustadrak al Sahihain with this ziyada isn't there. So whether or not he actually included ziyada doesn't have any binding effect to me of this event occurring in this sense. That's what I'm telling you. So it doesn't.
I got this.
There's defects in the reports and it's
I got
disconnected
this.
reports. So whether or not this proves anything, that's my point.
Akhi, I got this. But
Okay,
do
if you don't
you
like my
believe that
answer,
he?
I
No, no.
gave you my
Do you
answer. I gave you
believe
my
he
answer.
narrated this? Yes or no? You didn't give any.
I gave you my answer. I
Because
gave
if you say yes,
I gave you
that
my
he
answer.
said this, then you have you right now are disrespecting Islam. If you say no,
I'm disrespecting
then
Islam.
other narrations. If you say no, the other narrations of Islam will fall. So, do you believe
Okay,
he narrated
okay.
this? Yes or no?
I'll respond. Beautiful, beautiful. You know why what you just said, the equivocation is completely false? Because I told you when it comes to Islam and other reports, for example, right? Like the one we just gave in Bukhari and the one he brought in Tirmidhi, you can find these reports other places with connected chains all the way back to the source of the events. This does not apply. Why? Because there's no other connected reports. So if I say yes, then I'm attacking Islam, like you're saying. If I say no, then it attacks all the other hadith. No, it doesn't. It doesn't attack all the other hadith because I told you when it comes to other reports that have a connected chain, it supports the incidents of the mursal hadith. So it doesn't
Okay, can
matter
I say
whether or
something?
not.
Can I say something?
So it doesn't affect anything. You're just
Okay,
running
can
from
I
the
say
topic.
something?
Go ahead. Go
So
ahead.
this is the thing, right? And this is why what I was scared of, right? The conversation would like turn into something like this, right? The reason why is because, and then, like I said in the beginning, look, I agree with you. I've never disagreed. I agree with you. According to some methodologies, the report is going to be not acceptable, right?
I'm
Alhamdulillah.
sorry.
So what the
I
question
got a phone
is,
call. I got a phone. Look.
okay,
I
can
just
I?
Alhamdulillah.
wanna I just wanna get this through fast, because I have
Alhamdulillah,
to leave.
upon you've become a Sunni.
In
Allahu.
Sunni, in Sunni,
What?
in Sunni hadith,
Welcome
in
to
the
Islam,
hadith,
brother. Welcome to Islam.
we don't have thiqa or false. No, we have different type of grading. Some people لا بأس به. Some Islam have the highest thiqa. So if you say Islam narrates it and you don't believe it, then Islam is either a liar or a zindiq or somebody who's not telling the truth. If you say no, that he did not narrate this, or he did not narrate this, then you are completing destroying his other ahadith.
Okay.
So that's why I'm asking you this question: do you believe he narrates this? Yes or no? It's very simple. Very
Okay.
simple.
I'll tell you. If you look at the chain, right? If you look at the chain, right? What do we see? Did Musannaf ibn Abi Shayba only collect reports that were authentic? No, he didn't. So if this reports was collected, if you look at the chain, it goes back to who? Musannaf ibn Abi Shayba. If he included this reports, right, through the chain that he gives, and this was an addition from any of the narrators within the chain itself, why you, number one, you're directing this to Aslam when Aslam is only within a chain. And even like I said, even if this was a ziyada, an addition, how does that impact the aspect that it
Because
disconnected? It doesn't.
Islam is the only
Number two,
problem in the
hold on.
chain.
No,
Islam is
it's
the
not.
only problem in the chain.
Okay, beautiful. Let me ask you this. If Aslam narrated to Zayd bin Aslam, right? And then it goes, so let's say the chain goes all the way to Ibn Abi Shayba. Ibn Abi Shayba, the chain that connects all the way to Aslam. Now, are you saying that Aslam is the issue when, number one, you look at the entire chain, point number one. Point number two, he didn't only collect authentic reports. So I told you, regardless, even if Aslam said this or he didn't, it doesn't affect anything because I told you other reports are connected that supports the mursal, like I showed you in Bukhari, and I
Ya
showed you in Muslim
Habibi,
Ahmed.
I know that, but you don't understand my point. Was Aslam just, I'm asking you, because if you said to me, no, he did not narrate this, it would make more sense. But that's why I'm asking you, did he narrate this? Because if he narrates it, why would he pick something out of his own pocket? Why?
Okay,
If he narrates it,
so
why did he? So that's my question. Did he narrate it? Yes or no? Because other ahadith that you guys reject, and you're very good at it, you can prove me that the person did not narrate it. You can say, well, the person he tells it to was 2 years old at the time, or he did not live in that place at the time. I get it. So my question is, because everyone in this chain is fiqh, Aslam, did he narrate this or not? Because the only problem we have in this hadith is Aslam. Why would Aslam narrate something he never heard? Why? That's my question, because that's why I'm asking you: is did Aslam narrate it, or did he lie, or did he not, or did Mustadrak lie? I'm asking you: did he narrate it, or yes or no? That's my only question I want to hear from you. I don't want to hear anything else.
Okay, I told you clearly you don't understand anything that I'm saying. You're attacking Aslam and saying if this is Ziyad that is added, what does
Answer.
that have to do with the reports? It doesn't do anything to Aslam, even if he said this extra or he didn't say this extra. That's what I'm saying. When it comes to Aslam, who did he hear this from? That's the whole point. It's disconnected. When it comes to a tabi'i, he might have heard it from another tabi'i, and this is what scholars say that might be an issue. That's Aslam might have heard it from another tabi'i. This reports. Ding, ding, ding. So if he
But
heard it from
the
another
problem
tabi'i,
is,
no, listen. I'm answering you. So if Aslam heard it from another tabi'i, who we disregard as thiqah or a person that is trustworthy, then how do you blame Aslam? Allahu Akbar.
no, no,
That's
no,
my
no.
point. No, 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 no,
Don't
no,
bring
no, no,
another
no,
tabi'i.
no,
Don't
no.
bring
That's
another tabi'i.
listen.
I'm,
Mute up, mute
I'm,
up, mute up.
I'm
I'm
not your
answering you.
Salafi student. I'm not
Mute
your
up, mute up,
Salafi
mute up,
student.
mute up, mute up.
Don't bring another tabi'i,
Okay,
because
mute up. I'm not.
Islam,
I'm
you
not.
defended Umar. You
Listen,
defended
listen.
Umar.
Mute
Don't
up.
bring another
Wallahi,
tabi'i.
wallahi, you don't know what I'm saying. Mute up, mute up. I
Wallahi,
said,
you're
mute
telling
up,
shit with
mute
all
up,
respect,
mute up,
okay?
mute up, mute up, mute up, mute
I'm
up.
not, no, you're going to mute up.
Ali,
You're going to mute up. Did Aslam narrate this, yes or no?
uh,
Because Aslam is the only problem in this Senate. Did he
That's not.
narrate this, yes or no?
I'll tell you why that's not the issue. Because you said that Aslam heard this from who? Who you said he heard it from? Umar ibn Khattab, right?
I did not say
So,
anything. I did not say anything.
hold on.
I did not say anything.
Okay. Who did Aslam hear from? Go ahead. Who did he hear from?
Mike, no, I don't care who. I asked
But
you if
he
he
wasn't
said it.
there.
He
He
I
wasn't
was
asked
there
you if
though.
he said it.
He
he
wasn't
was
there
Please,
though.
Hamid Rafid, I beg you explain. Explain to me what I mean. I think you got
Okay.
it.
Ali, mute up. Wallahi,
Explain.
I know what you're
I
saying.
don't think
I'm gonna
Wallahi,
explain.
you
I'm
don't.
gonna
You
explain
don't.
what you.
No.
Wallahi, mute up.
No.
Wallahi, mute up.
I
I'll
will
explain.
qualify my
Please.
question
No,
one more
wallahi,
time.
please. Mute up, please. Wallahi,
I will take my question one more time.
okay, ask it.
Aslam, did he narrate this? Yes or no? I don't
Okay,
want to hear
okay,
who he heard it from.
okay,
I
okay,
want to know
beautiful.
if he because if
Okay,
you said to
yes,
me,
okay, yes,
wait,
okay,
wait, wait, wait,
yes,
wait,
yes,
wait, wait,
yes,
wait,
yes,
wait,
yes.
wait,
Okay, let me answer,
wait,
let me
wait.
answer, let me answer.
If you
Let me
said
answer.
to me, Aslam did not hear this, it will
Okay,
make more sense. But the problem is, you did not say that Aslam
okay,
did not narrate it. I want to
okay,
know, did he
beautiful.
narrate this? Yes or
Okay,
no?
okay, wallahi, beautiful, beautiful. I love this question. This is a very beautiful question. I told you already, right? The reason why it's rejected in the first place is because number one, Aslam wasn't there, so he must have heard it from someone. He must have heard his reports from someone else. Now, you guys would claim it's Umar ibn Khattab, and I proved that it's disconnected. It's not a thing that's binding. Now, what ulama say? The scholars say the reason why some marasil are not accepted, because who is to say that Aslam didn't hear this reports from another tabi'i? So if Aslam, for example, heard this reports from another tabi'i, right? Then he's narrating this
Man,
incident on
this
behalf.
is a
Mute up,
stupid,
mute up,
this is a
mute up,
stupid
mute up, mute up,
assumption. No,
mute
no,
up,
no,
mute
no.
up, mute
You're
up.
wasting our time,
Okay,
Madara.
no, no, mute up,
Habibi,
mute up,
listen.
mute up, mute.
No, no, no. Wait, wait. Listen.
Wallahi, mute
No,
up,
don't
mute
tell
up,
me
mute
mute
up,
up.
mute
Listen,
up.
be patient.
Can I
Wait,
answer?
wait.
Can I answer?
Sabr,
Yes or
sabr.
no? Wallahi, you're
إن
scared.
الله
Wallahi, you're
مع
scared. Wallahi, you're scared.
الصابرين. إن الله مع
Wallahi, you're shook.
الصابرين. Just be
Rocket,
No, no,
we
patient.
no,
can't
no.
hear
He
you.
asked me.
No one's
He
scared of
asked
no
me a
Sunnis,
question.
bro. So relax
He
yourself.
asked me a question. I'm
Ragnar,
only
the
Sunni
Sheikh
here.
still mad
I'm
at
one
you.
Sunni here. Let me answer. Let me answer. Okay, look. Ali asked me a question. He's saying, "Oh, now we're gonna blame
Habibi,
Aslam."
Madara,
Look, let
Madara,
me
just a
answer.
minute.
Let me
Akhi,
answer.
akhi,
No, 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 no,
listen.
no. I'm
No,
gonna
no,
answer
no.
him.
Wait, wait, wait,
Oh my
wait, wait.
God, they not.
Wait a minute. No, 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 because you're talking nonsense. You now bringing in the position of your scholars, which we don't care. Like,
Oh, so you don't
we
take.
don't care what they
Okay,
say.
so you don't take the position of the
No, we
scholars.
don't care what
I
they
don't
say.
care. I don't
We
care what you don't
Even your
care.
Yeah,
score,
so
I'm
they
that he
wait,
Sunni.
won.
wait,
It's
wait,
binding
wait,
upon
wait,
me. It's binding
wait.
upon me. I don't
No,
care what
no,
you
it's
say.
not binding upon you. Let me tell
It
you why
is.
it's
It is
not
binding
binding
upon me.
upon
It
you.
is binding upon me.
Because no, let me tell you why. Because
Okay, tell
what
me
you're
why.
doing here is cherry picking. This is cherry picking.
Okay,
Okay?
which
This
okay, which
scholar
shurut?
said
Okay, which scholar
no,
did I
no,
say?
wait, wait,
Which
wait,
scholar am I
wait,
cherry
wait,
picking?
wait.
Which scholar? Which
Your
scholar? Tell me.
Muhammad,
entire hadith science is
Uh huh.
cherry picking, and
Okay,
this is
from
Muhammad
not my
whom?
Muhammad,
business.
From who?
destroy
From
the
whom?
This
ijma
is
of the.
Okay, from
this
whom?
this is
Which
not my
scholar?
business
Which
about your
scholar? Tell
scholars,
me. No, no.
akhi.
Which scholar? Which
Wait,
scholar? Which
sabr,
scholar?
sabr, ya akhi.
Wallahi, you
Wait,
don't know what
wait,
you're talking
stop,
about.
stop,
Wallahi, you don't know what you're talking
stop jumping, ya ammi, ya ammi. Be patient, ya Madara. Now you bringing in the assumption. My entire concern. Ali was trying to ask you a very simple question. I was even thinking, you already accept that Aslam actually narrated this. It's a very simple thing. Did he narrate it? Yes or no? Now you are bringing in, along with the opinions of your scholars, an assumption
about. Okay.
that Aslam might have heard it from
Okay.
another tabi'i. Let us
Okay.
let us
Okay.
assume that
Okay.
Aslam. Wait.
تفضل
Let's
تفضل.
assume that Aslam actually heard it from another tabi'i. Don't you think Aslam has the responsibility to clarify this, quote and unquote, this rumor, this fake news from his master, and to later on, at least give us one narration from Aslam himself, whereby he disproved what he had already reported
Ah, I
in
love that. I love
regards
that
to the
question.
attack.
Beautiful.
Okay?
Wallahi, beautiful
Yeah.
question. Let me
So
answer. Let me answer.
so
Let me
wait,
answer. Let
wait,
me
wait,
answer.
wait. Stop.
Let me
Wait,
answer.
wait, akhi, wait. This is not Hollywood, ya ammi.
Okay.
Wait,
Okay. Okay.
wait a
Okay. Go
minute.
ahead. Go ahead.
All
Go ahead.
this
Go ahead.
being dramatic and all that will not help your case
Okay. Okay.
because
Go
the
ahead. Go ahead.
proof, the evidence, the narrations are in your books.
No. No. Go ahead. Go
Or
ahead.
what
Go
what
ahead.
you what you're doing here is not lack of evidence. What you're doing here, you are arguing the evidence. And oftentimes when if you go to court, you argue the evidence. It doesn't mean lack of evidence. You're actually arguing the evidence because it is against you. This is what you have to realize. So all this drama you pull in here, this will not help your case. So for you to assume that Aslam is actually narrating from another tabi'i, you're making an assumption, you're making a claim. So you
Okay.
have to substantiate this claim. And at
Beautiful.
least Aslam himself, has to belie this event and say, oh, you know what? This event didn't take place. Oh,
Okay.
somebody was lying. He was, like we know, for example,
Okay.
Ikrima, he was a Nasibi. He hated Imam Ali alayhi salam, and he
Why are you
used to
jumping, bro?
falsify
Oh
narrations.
my God.
No, I'm just giving you an example.
Okay.
So in the
Okay.
same way, at least, somebody who hated
Umar ibn al-Khattab. Like Ikrimah hated Imam Ali, somebody hated Umar ibn al-Khattab, and he was, formulating false stories about Umar. So when you make this assumption alongside, with the opinions of your scholars, which we don't care about, when you're formulating an opinion or an assumption by saying that, what's his name, Aslam, could have heard from another tabi'i. If he heard from another tabi'i, and this is a dangerous story. At least he should have done bayan. We need
Beautiful.
that. You have, when you're making these claims, you have to prove them.
Okay, can I prove it? Can you mute up now? Beautiful. Wallahi, I love your questions. You're actually thinking, right? So let's think about it. Like I told you. Now, why do the ulama are strict about marasil? Why? Why? For this very reason. Wallahi, this is a beautiful reason, and we see it in this play. The reason why is because we see a report from Aslam. The only report from Aslam that is disconnected, where he's not there to witness the events. Remember, he's not there to witness the events. Now, when it comes to marasil, like I said, according to Imam Shafi'i, which is binding upon me, because I follow the madhab, right? Now, it's binding upon me to follow the shurut of marasil. Now, in this disconnected report, what do the ulama say? And I brought the different scholars already. They say that clearly that there's many narrations where a tabi'i would actually narrate from another tabi'i, meaning he heard the reports from another tabi'i and would narrate that to his students. Beautiful. You're keeping up? So he is saying, and he's attacking Aslam and saying that Aslam is the origin or originator of this fabrication, according to him. This is what he's trying to say. So Aslam is saying that this event happened when it didn't happen. I'm telling you, that's the whole point, is disconnected. There's defects in the reports where it's not binding because Aslam could have heard it from another person, and we know clearly he wasn't there at
So
the event.
who did
Let me finish,
Aslam
let me
hear
finish,
it
let me
from?
finish, let me finish, let me
Who?
finish, let me
Who?
finish.
Who?
Let me finish,
Who?
bro. Can you mute up? Mute up.
Inshallah, you will finish, but
Of
just
course,
tell us, answer my
no, no,
question.
no. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Relax. That's why you're asking a million questions, because you're gonna ask another question, another. Let me finish. So that's why it's not binding upon me, number one, and that's why it doesn't attack Aslam's credibility, because Aslam could have heard this report from a tabi'i, which is what's occurred and what ulama say. Why is the reason why we don't accept all marasil, and why certain marasil have shurut, like the brother mentioned, the four I mentioned. There has to be another connected chain. Now, what do we see? Allahu Akbar. You ask, okay, where is it where Aslam doesn't have the ziyada? Now, if you go to al-Mustadrak ala Sahihain, if you go to Musnad Ahmad, you see clearly is a chain that is authentic, that is connected, Allahu Akbar, to who? Umar ibn al-Khattab. A connected report, not a disconnected report, where he doesn't mention any of this incidents. In fact, he just praises Fatima Zahra,
That's why your
and he doesn't say,
scholars,
let me finish, let me finish, let me
my
finish, let me
friend, you're
finish.
not here to give a khutbah, my friend.
I'm smoking you.
You
I'm
want to
smoking you
type?
right now.
Listen, you want?
I'm
Listen.
smoking
I'll
you. No,
smoke
no,
you,
no.
my
Mute up,
friend.
mute up, mute up,
I'll
mute
give
up,
you
mute
a
up. I'm
time
smoking
discussion
you.
now,
Mute
and
up,
I'll
mute up, mute
prove the
up,
kufr of
mute up,
Abu Bakr
mute
and
up,
Umar from your
mute up,
books.
mute up.
Okay?
Never.
You're
So
running. Mute up. See,
I'll give
mute
you
up,
time
mute up,
discussion now.
mute up, mute up.
Yeah?
No,
No,
mute
no,
up,
my
mute
friend,
up.
listen.
Mute up.
Listen, my
No, no,
friend.
no,
Don't
no,
tell
no, no,
me.
no. You're
Listen. No,
running. You're
no, no,
running.
no, no. No, no, my friend. Listen.
No, no,
I'm
no, no,
admin
no.
here,
Mute up,
right?
mute up,
So
mute up. No, no,
if
no. I
you
don't
want to
care if
have a
you're admin. You
discussion,
just got.
wait. Listen, you fool. Listen, you fool. Have some respect for the moderator. Okay? If you want to have a discussion, you're not here to give a khutbah. Okay? This is not Abu Bakr's final sermon. I'll bring you up. We'll have a time discussion. As I said to you before, I will prove this incident from your books. I'll prove to you on the conditions of what your scholars accept from the Marasil as well of Zuhri and others. So we'll discuss Aslam. There's even ikhtilaf whether he's a Sahabi or not. You don't even know that Aslam's a Tabi. So let's bring you up, you Jahil.
He ran away, bro.
Oh my God. Wallahi, you're a jahil. I've
He
been
was kicked
saying
out.
Aslam.
Okay,
I've been
wait.
saying. I've been. No, 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 no. Let me
Ikhwan,
speak. Let me
Say
speak.
Ikhwan.
Let
time
me
this
speak.
guy. Say
Let me
Sayyid.
speak.
time
Let
this
me speak.
guy.
Let me speak.
Time this
No, no.
guy.
Let
Yeah,
me
yeah,
speak.
yeah.
Let me speak.
Time
Let
this
me
guy.
Wait,
speak.
Make sure you
Let me
record it,
Madara,
speak.
guys.
Madara.
Let me
Make
speak.
sure
Okay,
you
Let me speak.
record
Habibi,
it.
No, no, no. Let
just
me
a
speak. Let
minute,
me speak.
just a
Let
Make
me
minute.
sure.
show you
Wait,
how.
wait. يا عمي, let
Give
me
us.
organize the discussion. Just a minute. إنه مش هيك يعني. You open your mouth, you don't want to shut up.
Bro, No. I was responding. You muted me. I didn't even
No,
finish my answer.
let's
I
be
didn't finish
organized a
my
bit. Let's
answer. I did
wait,
not
wait.
finish my
This is bit
answer.
wait يا عمي wait يا عمي يا حبيبي wait. طول بالك. Wait a minute. Sorry. This is discussion between you and revisiting, huh? Now you will have 5 minutes.
Okay.
And
I don't
then
need 5
revisiting
minutes.
will have 5
I don't
minutes.
need 5 minutes. Okay, let me
Give him
speak. I don't
3
need 5
minutes, my
minutes.
friend. Let's start with 3 minutes. We're going to
Okay,
discuss the
3
report.
minutes.
So
Yeah,
time
3
this,
minutes.
brother. I'll move everyone
Okay,
else
Yeah,
down.
I will
Just go
time
ahead.
him.
Okay, mute up. Like I told you. Like I told this guy. Before he muted me, right? I clearly showed this jahil revisiting, which he doesn't know what he's talking about. When did I say Aslam was a Sahabi?
You fool, I've just come into the room.
Do you
Stop
have
behaving like Abu Bakr and
No,
Umar. All right? Calm down.
watch him
let
out,
him.
watch him out,
Sayyid,
watch him out,
no.
watch him out.
Sayyid, let him.
Coward.
No.
Wallah, you're a
No,
coward.
Sayyid,
Wallah, you're a
let him
coward.
speak, Sayyid.
Wallah, you're a coward.
Take 3 minutes. تفضل
Let
مدام.
me finish. This guy comes and says that I said Aslam was a Sahabi. Wallah, it's either you have brain damage or you're deaf. When did I say Aslam was a Sahabi? When did I say that? If I said Aslam was a Sahabi, why am I debating Marasil? You clearly are Jahil. Number two, I proved to
You
this
idiot.
guy.
I never said to you that you said it. Your scholar said,
No,
you
Sayyid,
fool.
do not
You
interrupt him,
fool.
Sayyid.
Mute up.
Go
Sayyid,
on, go ahead. Go on.
Mute up.
Sayyid, please, don't interrupt him. Let him finish.
Mute up. Like I said, this guy came up saying, "Oh, he said he's a Sahabi." When did I say that? I clearly told this guy, Aslam, number one, when we talk about the events, because you guys cannot prove the events, is a disconnected report. I told him when it comes to shurut of a disconnected report, I gave him evidence that disconnected report is not binding upon me. And number two, I showed him there's a defect in our report. Umar ibn Khattab wasn't there. Where's this incident? Where's this addition happening? I showed him a different chain that doesn't have none of this addition. Period. He cannot show me another connected chain that shows this event happening, which he still failed to do. I've been waiting. I haven't found one. I showed him how marasil hadith can be also included in Bukhari, right? Because certain conditions. And I showed them why you have marasil hadith that are included, but you see other chains that are connected fully in Musnad Ahmad and Muwatta Imam Malik. Now I showed them this report itself is disconnected. You cannot use these reports as binding upon me because number one, Aslam again wasn't there. Aslam, when it comes to disconnected reports, and ulama say that a tabi'i could have heard it from another tabi'i, and that's why we don't say that these reports can be binding, and that's why they have 4 shurut that I accept based off my scholars that I mentioned when it comes to marasil or mursal hadith. Now this man, can you prove to me why this report is binding upon me and why this event is authentic? Go ahead. I'm done.
So, firstly, my friend, I never claimed that you said that Aslam was a Sahabi, Many of your scholars have ikhtilaf whether or not he is a companion. Some people claim that he was present in the farewell Hajj of the Prophet, peace be upon him. In fact, Bukhari himself has narrated reports from Aslam. So let's start with Bukhari first as well, right? So did Bukhari accept the marasil of Aslam? Yes or no?
Okay, you didn't hear anything I said.
No,
Bukhari
my
accepted
friend,
it.
I
Why?
asked you a
Okay,
direct
I'm gonna
question.
answer.
Answer my question. Then we'll move on to the next.
Yes, because there's connected reports elsewhere. That's your answer.
Okay, so I'm going to show you a report now from Bukhari where he's accepted narrations from Aslam, and then you're going to show me the report where it's connected.
Go ahead. Sure. Like I said, it has to
Okay,
bind the
no
4
problem.
reports.
That's
It
fine.
has to
Give me a
have
minute. I'll pin up a
based off my
narration.
4 shurut. Based off
For
my
every
4 shurut, like I
narration,
told you.
your condition. Listen, my friend. If you want to have a discussion on what the scholars have said about reports that are mursal, whether they accept it or not, different scholars have different conditions. For example, the Hanafis, they accept mursal reports. The Shafis, they accept certain mursal reports based on certain conditions. So we can discuss that. We'll discuss your scholars, and you're going to present the statements of your scholars. I'm going to actually show you what your scholars have said about this. Right? So you need to be ready for this. So let's have a look whether Bukhari accepted reports from Aslam, and then you're going to show me where these reports are connected. So just
Okay, while you're getting that, like I said, I want to make it clear. When it comes to marasil and disconnected reports, right? I showed you examples why Bukhari would include certain marasil that were
okay. So
disconnected,
here's
right?
my friend. I've got the
Now, let me
report.
finish.
Let's pin this
Let
up.
me finish.
Sayyid, 1 second. 1 second. Sayyid, if you have a look at this report. So if you have a look at this narration, the first narration is from Sayyid Bukhari, and it's narrated from Ismail, from Malik, from who? Zaid ibn Aslam, from his father Aslam, who said while the Messenger of Allah, may peace and blessings be upon him, was proceeding at what? At night, during one of his journeys. Now the hadith is there, 1280, sorry, page 1280, hadith number 5012. You need to show me now with this report.
Okay, like I told you, you literally brought the hadith that.
How did he narrate what the Prophet said?
Mute up,
Yeah, mute.
mute up. Wallah, you fell in my trap. I brought this hadith to the people here before you came, you jahil. I told you in Kitab al-Tatabbu' Muqbil, he answers why this report is mursal and it was actually added into Bukhari. Like I told you, there's some marasil that
Okay,
were
share
added
the
into
statement.
Bukhari.
Share the
No, no,
statement. Share the statement. No, my friend. You're gonna share the statement. We're gonna have a look at this.
Okay. I'm gonna share the
Share it.
statements.
Pin it in the comments.
I'm gonna share the statements. Be quiet. Mute up. Right. So I told already everyone that this is he literally brought the same hadith that I brought to show my evidence that some marasil was included in Bukhari, and there's reasons why they were included. Now let's read the statements right here. Bismillah. So if you go to Kitab
Okay, share it in the comment. Share it in the comment section.
Let me finish. Let me read.
No,
And then
don't read it. You're gonna share it in the comment
mute
section.
up.
Everyone's gonna see it.
Mute up. Relax.
Yeah, put in the comment section. We're not here to listen to your khutbah. Put in the comment section. We want to.
Mute up. Madara, just a minute. Wait a minute. Can you give us the link to what you're reading or the reference?
Okay, 1 second. I'll get you the link.
You can call a friend if you like. Sorry, Madara, are you there?
Yeah, it's fine, Sayyid. Let him look for the source. He's gonna find the source.
I'm opening it right now. I'm bringing it so I could read it with you.
No problem. So you find it. Let us know when you found it. I'm gonna pin up another scan. Sayyid, if you have a look at this. This is from Mullah Ali Qari in his book Mirqat al-Mafati, page number 46. He says, listen to this. This is Mullah Ali Qari. He says the mursal narration of a tabi'i is hujjah in the view of all the scholars. Listen to this. I say, Mullah Ali Qari, the mursal narration of a tabi'i is proof in the view of all the scholars. Rafid, can you confirm this?
Yes, Sayyid.
Now, Sayyid, I'm going to show you something else now. I'm going to pin it up. This is from Al-Isaba by Ibn Hajar Asqalani, and he says about Aslam, the slave of Umar, narrated Ibn Mundar through Abdullah Munim ibn Bashir or Bashir from Abdurrahman ibn Zaid ibn Aslam from his father, from his grandfather, that he, Aslam, he traveled with the Messenger of Allah on 2 journeys. and it is famous that Umar brought Aslam, perhaps after the death of the Messenger of Allah. Such has been narrated by Ibn Asaq and others. So according to this statement, he travelled with the Prophet, peace be upon him, twice.
So he was a Sahabi.
Haha, this is my point. Wallah, these guys, they
Okay.
make a mockery of
All right.
themselves.
So
I pinned it
I
up
don't,
anyway. We'll discuss it.
hold
Go
up.
on. You're
I
gonna
have
share
the
it now.
scan. Hold up. I have the scan. Wait. How do I? 1 second. I'm gonna add it to the link.
Just post it on the room chat and we can pin it. So with this material you present in Madara, you're trying to prove that the Mursal in Bukhari has an alternative chain that is
Yes.
muttasil, right? Madara.
No. I told him already. Like I mentioned to you guys before, why there is some marasil that were included in Bukhari, marasil, period, that were included
Okay,
in
so
Bukhari,
you're
and the
trying to
disconnected.
explain
Why? Yeah.
why the Mursal of Aslam in Bukhari is acceptable.
Yes. Period. Why some marasil were included in the
Yeah,
scholars?
and
I
you
give you
had a
5 scholars
connected chain.
that
So bring the
mention.
connected chain. We're
No.
waiting for
I
that. Because you said this,
listen.
my
No.
friend. Listen, don't go back on your
Listen.
word, my friend.
No.
Everyone listen to you
Listen. Of
carefully.
course.
You made a
Listen.
claim.
Wait,
You
Let me
wait.
say what I.
said,
Let me respond. Let me respond.
Sayyid,
Mute up.
just a minute.
Mute up.
Madara,
Mute up.
wait.
Let me respond.
No,
Let me respond.
wait.
Okay.
Let's clarify something, please. You made a claim that the hadith in Bukhari, which is mursal, it has an alternative chain that leads to Umar ibn al-Khattab. So Sayyid is telling you, for every mursal hadith I
Okay.
bring for us of Aslam
Okay.
from Bukhari or elsewhere, you have to bring the alternative connecting chain to Umar, and you
Okay.
you
Beautiful.
accepted to prove this.
No.
So now what
That's a
we are
lie. That's a
no
lie.
wait,
That's a lie. Let
oh,
me
yeah,
speak.
Wallah,
akhi,
see,
wait,
Sayyid,
Let me
look,
Habib,
speak.
he's
just a
going back
minute.
on his word now.
Let me speak. No. Let
Sayyid,
me
your
speak. Let me
connection
speak. I'll
is
tell you what I
bad.
said. I'll
Madara,
tell you what I said. Let me speak.
wait. You will
Bro, you're
speak.
not.
You will speak. So please, get us for every mursal in Bukhari. We really don't care. You know, my scholars say. For every, you give us the reason. For every mursal in Bukhari of Aslam, give us a connecting chain, an alternative connecting chain that goes back, that does ittisal to Umar ibn al-Khattab. This is what we want.
Okay. So the report that he brought, right? He brought what is you said Hadith Bukhari? What was the number again? Because what I told him, he said 5. Okay, I have it.
Okay.
Okay, if you go to Musnad Ahmed, go to volume 1, page 336. Go ahead. Bismillah. So if you go to Musnad Ahmed, right? It has the connected
Can you
reports.
pin
He
it in
goes
the
through.
comment section? We
Okay, let me
need to
pin
all
this.
look at this.
Yeah, let's look at it. Alhamdulillah. 1 second. So let me bring it for you. And it's connected, and it's the same reports. And
It's the
what I
same
claimed
chain,
was
yeah?
what?
Same chain, yeah?
No. It's a connected report through Aslam. That's
No,
what
no,
you
no,
asked. Through
no.
Aslam.
I'm asking you for the same chain.
Through Aslam and Zayd bin Aslam, yes. And
Through
it goes
Aslam
through.
narrating it from a
Yes,
Sahabi, right? This is you. Okay. Okay, pin it in the.
yes. Watch this. You're going to be embarrassed, inshallah, today. Let's bring it. Ah, man. Yeah, no, you don't want to go there. Let me bring the hadith. And what I said I can show you this report that he's bringing that has a connected chain. I didn't say every marasil I have to prove that is a connected chain. When did I say that? I said this report that you're mentioning. But let me bring it to you. Let me stop speaking and let me bring it to you.
So wait, let's get something clear, Madara. So it means not every mursal ahadith that is acceptable from Aslam has an alternative chain that
No,
goes
no,
to Umar.
no, not
Do you
not
accept
Aslam.
this?
No, not Aslam. I'm saying marasil. Period. When it comes to mursal ahadith.
No, we're talking here
No, my
specifically
friend.
about
We're
Aslam.
talking about
Aslam.
Aslam's narration.
Okay, no. That was not the condition that I said. I said when it comes to this report, we're talking about this report, this exact report. We're not talking about
From
another
Yeah,
report. We're
Bukhari.
but
talking about
no,
mute up,
yeah, Amme, why are you? No,
mute up,
no.
bro.
This is not. This is you're confusing yourself. we're talking about the person. We're not talking about a single narration. The person,
Uh,
if he has a mursal
how do I make
narration,
this into?
you know, wait. Listen, man, it's not
No, I'm trying to
rocket
figure out.
science.
I'm trying
Just
to
be
figure out how
patient.
can I. I'm trying to figure out how can I. Like I have the scan. I'm trying to figure out how can I make it into a link that you guys can go to. Do you guys know?
Upload it temporarily. There's some websites that allows you to.
Yeah. How do I do that? How do I do that?
Wait, give me.
All right.
So, Madara, if you have a hadith of Aslam in Bukhari that is mursal and it has an alternative chain, okay, this is one. But now you are saying not every narration of Aslam that is mursal has an alternative chain that leads to Umar,
How do
and
you make?
the mursal is accepted. So basically, you've disproved yourself.
No. See, can I speak now?
You
I
have
pinned
shot
it
So
up.
yourself on the
I've
foot.
I've pinned it. I've pinned it. So
okay,
listen,
okay. I'm gonna
Madara,
put it. Hold on one
Madara,
second. I'm gonna
listen,
put it. I'm gonna put it. One
Madara,
second. Hold
Madara.
on.
What you can't listen, my friend. Listen.
Okay. Hold
So
on.
what you're gonna show me? You're gonna show me the same narration
Yeah.
quoted by Bukhari with Aslam in the chain. You're gonna show me how this narration is connected from Musnad Ahmad ibn Hanbal, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So I've given you a link now. I've pinned it up for you. Just upload it, and then once you've uploaded it, it will give you a link, and then share the link in the comment section.
Okay.
I'll wait for you. No
Okay.
by the way,
Okay.
Sayyid, whilst he does
I
that,
put it up. I put it up. I put it up.
okay, 1 second.
Oh no 1 second. 1 second. I have to copy the link. 1 second. Okay, copy. All right. So where do I put it? I don't have mod. Just put it in the comments.
Yeah,
Put it in
just
the
put
comments.
in the comment section.
I put it in the comments. Go ahead. Go ahead. So this hadith, what's the same reports that is connected, right? Is found in Musnad Ahmed. And now let me mention what I said again. I said that, and when I was speaking to Muhammad earlier, I actually showed you a hadith that is Mursal in Bukhari, and we went to what? We went to volume 10, Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani, volume 10, page 121, and I showed you why it was actually added, and it was narrated to Urwa, and I told you that this was a Mursal that was added in Bukhari, right? And I showed you this, the claims of Dar al-Qutni, Abu Mas'ud, Abu Na'im, and Al-Humaydi, and Sheikh Muqbil. They say that's why certain marasil are included in Bukhari, and they explain a reason why based off that single report. So that's what I told you. I gave you this report a long time ago before this guy came. Now he said he gave me reports, and I showed him the alternative in Musnad Ahmed. Can you pin it up so everybody can see, inshallah ta'ala? Let's look at the hadith. And let's look at that. It is the same hadith, just it goes through what's Qurad bin Nuh. Like I mentioned, Imam Ahmed, Qurad bin Nuh, Malik, Zayd bin Aslam, and it goes to Umar bin Khattab, and it goes to the reports. Now it's connected because it goes to Umar bin Khattab. Not like Musannaf bin Abi Shayba, where is this connected? Go ahead. Unmute yourself and put the mic and let's read it together in front of the people. Let's show the people the truth of Islam, inshallah. Okay, can you open it now?
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pin it. Oh, Muhammad Alf has pinned up.
Okay, let me read it. Okay, let me read it. Let me read it, by the way. It was narrated, Umar ibn Khattab said, we were with the Messenger of Allah on a journey, and I asked him about something 3 times, and he did not answer me, which is what revisiting just said. He literally read the hadith. Let's finish reading it, Bismillah. He said, may your mother be bearers of you, O son of Khattab. You spoke to the Messenger of Allah, and the hadith continues. Now, what do we see in this hadith? It was narrated that Umar ibn Khattab said. So revisiting, can I ask you a question, brother? Is this reports connected or is it munqati'? Tafaddal, your turn. Are you there, brother? Or are you contemplating life?
No, I'm looking at the report. Give me a second.
Oh, okay, but when you see that you just failed in your arguments, can you at least conceive that you're wrong, please, inshallah, about this report in front of the people? Yeah, record him. And now he's quiet.
Yeah, let me look at this report. Give me a second.
Yeah, relook at it. Allah, this is funny, yo.
Listen, Madara.
No, mute up. You're a mod. Mute up. You're a mod.
Wait.
You're not debating. Mute up. Mute up.
Yeah,
Mute up.
stop
Mute
behaving
up.
like a
Mute
prostitute,
up.
yeah, Madara.
No, don't disrespect me like that. Don't disrespect me like that. You the prostitute.
Yeah, so
Watch your mouth.
behave. Don't disrespect others so you can be respected.
No, you're the prostitute. Relax yourself, all right? You know why he's muted, guys? Because he cannot answer. He shook. He didn't know that I had this hadith.
My friend,
Debate me on it.
listen, this hadith is nothing new. At the end of the day, look, let me give you,
Okay, hold on. Can you
listen,
prove?
one
Can you say
second,
that you
one
made a
second,
mistake? Can you
one
say you made a
second, one
mistake? Yes or
second.
no?
No, there's
Can
no
you say
mistake
that you
there, my
made?
friend. Listen,
Okay,
listen. Listen to me. When
okay, I'm listening.
Aslam is a
Uh huh.
student of Umar. He's a student of Umar, right?
Okay,
He's a
okay,
slave of Umar, right?
okay,
So when he's narrating something about his master, right?
okay.
There's good enough reason to believe that he's narrated it from him, and this is why not a single scholar rejected this. Yeah. So if you even if you assume this report is connected, even if you assume,
Oh,
I've just
even
pinned up. Even if,
even if I assume.
even if,
So
right?
wait.
No
So
problem.
do you say you're wrong? Yes or no? Can you just say
There's
I
nothing
was
wrong.
wrong?
What are you talking about?
No.
You
Listen,
said
listen.
this. No, no,
No, no.
no, no.
You
You
said
listen to me,
you
my
no.
friend.
This is what you said.
I've
This is what you
just
said.
listen to me.
And I
I've
caught
just
you.
pinned.
No.
Listen,
Listen. Listen.
Madara,
Listen.
let him respond. Let him respond.
I've just pinned up a scan for you, right? Now you show me this is a different chain. This is not even from Umar. Same report. Go on. Now explain this one. This is from Jabir.
Okay, you hear what he said now? He said Jami' Tirmidhi. I thought you said Bukhari. Now he's jumping to Jami' Tirmidhi. You just earlier said, I'm going to show you reports in Bukhari. Where is this connected? It's connected through Aslam, and you cannot show me another chain elsewhere. Now he's saying Jami' Tirmidhi. Wallahi, bro, you're running in circles. You're running in circles, and it's sad to me right now. Wallahi, it's sad. You just made the criteria. You said clearly, and we have the recording. Show me a report in Al Bukhari that is a mursal, just like I told you, marasil in Bukhari, and they called me. Can you guys hear me?
You're
Hello,
cutting
hello,
out. You're cutting it. You're
hello,
cutting.
hello. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. So he said, again, we have the recording. He said, show me a hadith in Bukhari, right? Where? And he said, okay, I have a hadith for you. He was so confident. He said, okay, let's go to 5012. Beautiful. I said, okay, let's go to 5012. Why did Bukhari include this hadith? I was referring to this hadith the entire time. Mute up, brother. And then he said, oh, this hadith is mursal.
So listen,
Show me a connect. No,
my friend, my friend.
No, 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 no,
Listen,
no, no,
listen,
no.
listen.
No,
This
no, no, no,
narration's
no, no.
against you.
No, no. Mute up,
Listen,
mute up.
listen.
No, mute up.
Listen,
No,
my
mute up.
friend.
I'm
Listen to
speaking.
me.
No,
Listen to
I'm not
me.
your friend. I'm not your friend. Mute
Listen,
up.
listen,
Mute up.
listen,
I
listen,
caught
listen to
you
me,
and
my
you're
friend.
and you're
Don't
shook.
get
Mute up.
excited like your mother,
No,
right? Calm
mute up.
down,
Mute up.
relax.
No, don't
Okay?
talk about my mother. Watch your mouth, you
I'll teach.
pussy.
Let
Watch
me
your mouth. Or I
educate you, my
smack
friend.
you, little boy. You a
Listen,
little boy to
listen,
me. No,
listen
don't
to
talk
me.
about my mother. No, don't
Uh,
talk about my mother. Who are you? No.
no, he never mentioned your
He
mother.
said no.
Just a minute.
Wallahi, he talked about my mother. Wallahi, he would never say that on my face. I would smack the life out of you. Wallahi, don't ever talk about my
All right,
mother, you
mate. Don't get
clown.
excited on
Watch
the.
your mouth.
Don't get
Watch your
excited on
mouth.
this app.
Watch your mouth.
You fool.
Watch your mouth. Watch your
Guys,
mouth.
getting
Watch
well
your mouth.
excited. Check this out.
Okay,
Watch your
wait,
mouth.
wait.
No. He's talking
Sayyid,
about my
Sayyid,
mother.
just a minute.
La'natullah ala
Just a minute.
ummu al-khalb. Watch your
Madara,
mouth. Watch your
listen,
mouth.
listen. Okay, I think, listen. Now, you have an mursal in Bukhari. You said Bukhari included it because Musnad Ahmad, which is a lesser
So yeah,
source.
there's a different chain.
Let me
Musnad
finish.
Ahmad.
Let me finish.
Why
Let me
didn't
finish.
Bukhari
Wait,
quote the
wait,
Musnad?
Sayyid. Let's
Let me
let's
finish.
clarify something.
Okay.
Just wait,
Okay.
wait. Let's clarify something. A mursal report from Aslam in Bukhari. Bukhari included it because he knows that Ahmad included it in his Musnad, and it is connected. MashaAllah.
No, but Sayyid,
Now
he did not use that
let's
chain. He did not use. Did he? Does he quote Ahmad ibn
it,
Hanbal here?
Okay.
is it the
Okay.
same? Is it the same chain? Is it the
Ask
same chain
Madara.
Bukhari
Ask
and
Madara. Is
Musnad
it the same
Ahmad?
chain?
Okay. Mute up, Muhammad. Let me answer.
No.
No, I'm
Listen,
answering. You
Habibi.
have to mute up
Wait,
so I can
wait,
answer.
wait,
He just asked the
wait,
question.
wait. It is simple. Is it
I'm gonna
yes or no? Is it the
I'm gonna
same
answer.
chain?
I'm gonna answer. Mute up, please. I don't feel safe when you're unmuted. Okay, beautiful. Now, again, we have a recording.
You're gonna have
He
to
said,
speak. You're gonna have to speak
no,
up because you sound too faint, my
yeah,
friend.
no.
Speak closer to the microphone,
You're 7 years old and you cannot hear.
dude.
You gotta go to the
Listen,
doctors.
your mother was a
So
6-year-old when
so
she got
yo,
her nikah
wallahi,
done. So
No, no, no,
wallahi,
relax,
did I
no.
okay?
tell my
Sayyid,
mother? No,
Sayyid.
you
Wait,
kelb.
wait, wait, wait.
So he's
Wait,
La'anatullah
saying to
please.
ala
me, I'm
ummak
7 years
Please,
old. His
please.
mother
Yo,
was
No,
six
no,
when
I'm
no.
she
gonna see
got
your mother,
married.
Sayyid,
you
Sayyid.
faggot. Watch your mouth, you faggot. You see how you keep talking about my mother? You're not gonna
Madara,
speak to my mother
Madara.
like this, right?
Wait, wait.
Because well,
No, 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 no.
no,
Listen,
wait.
listen,
What do you mean
wait.
no?
La hawla wa la
No,
quwwata
let me
illa
speak. Let me
billah.
speak.
Listen, my
No.
friend.
He talked about my
Okay,
mother.
wait. Listen, wait a minute. Ya akhi, I've been
No.
one.
He just
Wait,
cursed
wait,
my
wait,
mother
wait.
twice.
Ya akhi, you cost him. He did it. You're talking about his age. Ya akhi, why do you personalize issues? Like, I don't know if this is the American
May
way
Allah
of
curse both of
debating.
you guys. Wallahi, you guys are scared,
Tayyib,
and
Tayyib,
I
no
dispute
problem.
both you
No,
guys. I
no
dispute both
problem.
you
No,
guys.
no. Wait,
Wallahi,
wait.
you guys are scared to let me speak. Wallahi, you guys are scared to let me
Astaghfirullah
speak.
al-Azim.
Mute up. No,
Ya
mute
ammi,
up.
ya
Mute
ammi,
up.
it's a very
Mute up.
simple thing. Listen, we can have a civilized conversation. What you're doing is not civilized.
Okay. Can I speak now?
All you're doing here is throwing provocations here and there.
Okay.
This is not going. It's not going to save you. We
By
are
the
not.
way,
There is no lack of evidence. There is evidence, and your entire belief system is based on
oh my
opinions of
God.
certain scholars and based on what arguing the evidence. Okay, fine.
Okay, who
Now the
authenticates your
question
hadith?
is,
Hold on, 1 second. Who
Ya akhi,
authenticates your hadith? Aren't there scholars
La
that authenticate
ilaha
your hadith?
illallah Muhammad
Al-Majlisi Hur
Rasulullah.
al-Amili? Is Hur al-Amili not a
Wait,
scholar? Is Al-Majlisi not
Ya
a scholar?
ammi, yes,
Is
yes,
Mufid not a scholar? So what are you
agreed,
talking about?
agreed.
And what? There Mujtahid is a hujjah upon you, right? Because going against
No,
Mujtahid
no,
is
no,
a
it's
no no
not.
let me
It's
let me
not.
no
It's
yes it is
not.
yes it is yes
No,
it
no,
is
no,
yes it
no.
is yes
Wait,
it is
wait.
yes it is.
No,
Let me
it's
explain why.
not.
Let me explain. Let
It's
me explain
not.
why. Yes
It's
it is.
not. It's not. Ya
Yes it
ammi,
is. Going
wait.
against
Ya ammi, wait. Stop. Our scholars are not hujjah upon us. Okay? There is hujjiyah. They are, in other words, if their rulings, their ahkam is based on the words of the ma'asumin, they have hujjiyah. Other than the ma'asumin, nobody is hujjah. Now, in the case of your four infallible imams, I will assume they are infallible. You believe they are hujjah upon you. Ahmad ibn Hanbal, Shafi'i, Maliki, and Abu
oh
Hanifa.
my God.
Now, this is not our discussion. We are not changing the topic here. Wait.
Oh, yeah, this is funny, bro.
You have لحظة.
مساكين والله مساكين.
يا عمي لحظة. You see, you call people masakin. When they cost you back, you start complaining.
Okay,
You say
Muhammad,
there is a
if
hadith.
I say, hold on, Muhammad, if I say he cannot hear, is that equivalent to him cursing my mother? Is that equivalent? If I say he
No.
cannot hear me because he's
Okay.
old,
Listen.
no. Be honest, brother. Be
خلاص.
honest. Be honest.
La
Does
ilaha
that give him?
illallah.
No.
You don't want me. You don't
1
want me
second.
to say this because you don't have an answer.
Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna refute you too. Wait. Am I
You
debating you? Wait. Am I debating two? Wait. I thought I was debating revisiting. You were a mod. Why are you speaking?
Yeah. I am a mod. So
You
we
are.
have to.
Wallah,
I'm not
this guy's
debating you.
got
Mute
akhlaq
up.
like Abu Bakr and Umar when they raised their voice in
You
front
see,
of
No,
Muslims
wallahi,
and
Sayyid,
people.
I'm
Wallah,
speaking.
this
please
Wallahi,
don't
guy.
let him
no.
run
I'm
away,
leaving.
Sayyid.
I'm
Please.
leaving. Wallahi,
Don't let
this
him
guy,
run
he's
away.
cursed Umar bin Khattab. He's cursed Abu Bakr.
No.
No.
You
Listen.
should be happy you have the akhlaq of Umar.
No.
Are you not
Listen.
happy?
No, mute up.
Madara, he said you have the akhlaq of Umar. Umar had perfect akhlaq, so you're like him. You should be happy.
Wait. I'm 7 years old and I don't know what he's saying. Of course, I'm retarded and I know he's
No.
praising Umar bin Khattab. Bro,
Madara,
Look,
you brought a
he's
hadith.
bringing 7-year-old
Yeah,
up again. Wallah,
Sayyid,
this guy is sick.
please. Sayyid, please.
Wallahi,
Let's
Sayyid,
have
I
something clear
crucify you.
here.
Wallahi, I crucify
Wait,
you. You're a
Madara.
jahil. You're jahil. Wallahi, you're
Okay. Just calm
embarrassing.
down.
You're embarrassing.
Wait. You said the hadith in Bukhari is in Bukhari and it is acceptable because there is an alternative of it in Musnad Ahmad. Now, the question Sayyid is asking you, the chain in Musnad Ahmad, is it the same chain in Bukhari? Are they identical with the exception of the link between the link of Umar ibn al-Khattab?
Okay, beautiful.
Aside that, is it the same chain?
Okay, beautiful.
But please, you should be brief so that you give us an answer.
Okay. Now I'm debating Muhammad. Now revisiting, don't say anything because I've
Ya akhi, I am asking you a question. Let's clarify.
Allah, you got no.
I am, as far as I am concerned, Madara, as far as I am concerned, I am done with you, Habibi.
Okay, yeah.
I am done. I am done with you. Well, all this you're doing is just nonsense. I'm not interested.
Mute up.
You have to answer the question. It's the same question your opponent is giving you. He's saying, is the chain in Ahmad and the chain in Bukhari the same thing?
It is.
Okay, Sayyid, it is.
I'll tell you why. Let me tell you why. Relax. Number one, if you look at the chain, it goes through Imam Ahmad, Qurad bin Nuh, Malik, Zayd ibn Aslam, Umar bin Khattab. Beautiful. Now the chain in Bukhari is Bukhari, Ismail, Malik. So Malik, Malik in Musnad Ahmad. Zayd bin Aslam, in Musnad Ahmad. Aslam in what? Both reports. Now, of course, if we look at Bukhari, we look at the teacher, we look at, for example, we look at Bukhari, right? Bukhari and Ahmed had different teachers. So of course, when it comes to student teacher, you have one narrator, Ismail versus Qurad bin Nuh. Ibn Nuh and Ismail, you look at the connection from Bukhari, it goes to Ismail because it's a teacher-student connection. But the chain is Malik, the same chain as Zayd bin Aslam, and it goes to Aslam, Umar ibn Khattab, which is the chain in Bukhari, sorry, the chain in Muslim Ahmed, which is the same exact chain in Bukhari. You know, now point number two. So I proved it's the same chain. Point number two. This man said, and he shook.
Sayyid, is he cut out or is it me?
Bro, why people keeps calling me? I'm too famous.
Yeah,
Let me
Allah
finish. Let me
has
finish.
silence.
I'm too famous. My bad. My bad. So look, this guy, right? He's, you know, what he said. We have the recording. He said, "Show me." Where he didn't even say the chain. He said Aslam. He said, "Show me a report that goes through Aslam, that is munqati' or mursal, that you cannot find the reports elsewhere." And then when I showed him Muslim, he said, Wallahi, oh no, the baby. I showed him Muslim Ahmed. Now he's quiet and he's allowing Muhammad to debate for him because he cannot say
No,
anything.
my
And he
friend,
cursed my mother. No, no,
you
no, no,
keep
no. Listen,
interrupting me.
listen.
You keep behaving like
No,
Abu
no, no,
Bakr and
no, no.
Umar. So what do you expect
Okay,
me? Are
I'm
you
leaving.
gonna
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm
all
leaving.
you're
I'm leaving.
doing is
No, no, no. I'm leaving.
insults
I'm leaving.
and
I'm
yeah,
leaving.
you
Wallahi,
run,
wallahi, you're a
you
coward.
run.
Wallahi,
You
you're
know,
a
yeah, of
coward. You're a
course, my friend.
pussy.
You know, you
You're
give me
a
a
pussy. You're a coward. You're a coward.
say. Look at the words he's using.
Wallah, you
Well, I said to you, he behaving like Abu Bakr and Umar. I didn't even need to speak. This guy was giving a complete khutbah. He actually exposed himself in the end. Look at that.
Sayyid, did he just mention that the chain is different?
No, he said the chain is the same. This is what his claim was. Now you tell
Except
me,
for
say
the
the chain same.
no, it's not the same chain.
Exactly. So this is why he got caught out. He lied himself. And what he did was he got frustrated, and in the end, he resorted to using that word, which I'm sure everyone heard. Why didn't Bukhari quote the chain of Ahmad ibn Hanbal?
He was a jahil like him.
Wallah, these guys have such poor akhlaq. They think that you
There,
can just
there
sit
is
back and insult people, and when you give them a little response, are you insulting me? They try to play the moral high ground, and in the end, look who's using the vulgar language. I mean, what does he not think that like I can even swear and curse like in this way? That's why I said his manners are like Abu Bakr and Umar, who used to raise their voice in front of the Prophet, peace be upon him. Just look at the disgusting language he's using. He's coming up here discussing religion, and then he's talking about people being 7-year-olds. This is the type of behavior from little children. Even children don't behave this way.
I think Sayyid, he shot himself, even if he's going to bring an alternative for this particular hadith in Bukhari. The question was clear. Is each and every hadith that is mursal of Aslam, does each and every one of them have an alternative chain that goes to Umar in the chain? And with the stroke of a pen, this hadith compilers could have changed or played with the chain, inside the name of Umar there. It's not a big deal, yani.
Sayyid, look, at the end of the day,
Sorry to
firstly,
disturb. Can you please close the room chat because they are insulting Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam.
No, no, no. Anybody that does that, I kick him out.
yeah, sorry, Sayyid. So, look, at the end of the day, this whole incident itself, I mean, I came very late to the discussion, so I don't know exactly what was being discussed before that. I wasn't aware he presented this narration, which the same narration is actually against him. The point is, look, at the end of the day, this is something based on history, and when it comes to history, scholars they don't have the same level of leniency as when it comes to the hadith of the Prophet, peace be upon him. In fact, even the history itself, what does Ahmad ibn Hanbal quote? What does Ahmad ibn Hanbal say? He says there's no asal, there's no roots to three things. Maghazi, the battles of the Prophet, peace be upon him, tafsir of the Quran, and prophecies, future prophecies of the Prophet. Many of these things have actually come through weak narrations. So if you're going to start applying these strict standards when it comes to history, you'll be left with nothing. They won't have actually anything. They don't have no authentic chains on tafsir of the Quran as a prime example. And there's even ikhtilaf on famous tafsir like the tafsir of Ibn Abbas. There's even disputes whether that's even his tafsir. So but yeah, anyway, I'm just quite shocked that this individual, he didn't really allow me the opportunity to speak. I just asked him one question, and then he got frustrated. He claimed it's the same. It's not the same. Imam Bukhari didn't use the same chain as Ahmad ibn Hanbal. Why didn't he quote Ahmad ibn Hanbal in the chain? But yeah, the use of his vulgar language, that's just disgusting. Look what he said, Sayyid. No shame at all, wallah.
His question was what did Aslam witness that event of Sayyida Fatima Zahra? I said yes, he did witness that event, and it is written in their books,
So,
but he
look,
was not able to.
so obviously, look, at the end of the day, the whole incident of the attack on the house, Sayyida Fatima, Aslam is not the only ones narrating it. You have collective generations of Tabi who've narrated this incident, and historians, early historians. And there's many ways to prove this entire incident, including the breaking of Zubair's sword, um, the gathering of Bani Hashim in the house of Sayyidah Fatima. Bukhari even discusses this. He says that the Bani Hashim, they opposed us. In fact, I can even pity this tradition right now from Bukhari itself. So there's many ways to prove this incident that happened. There's not one way to prove it. But it's interesting that this idiot is trying to weaken this tradition, whilst so many of the major scholars authenticated it. Many of the scholars. I can give you at least 8, 9 scholars authenticate this tradition.
Sahih Bukhari 6830, is that same?
No, I'm talking about the threat when he came to the house. Is it just me, or did he actually swear? Say there.
I could only say
Yes, Sayyid. I told him earlier before you came, there is even a recorded room that is actually on the page of House of Islam. I asked the Sunnis, I said, when Umar swore that he will burn the house if those inside will not come out to give bay'ah, was Umar swearing, was he swearing in vain? There's a room title like that is recorded. So he said he does not even believe that Umar ibn al-Khattab made the threat. This is what he said.
Yeah, so his claim is this. His claim is, actually, their scholars have played a lot with this tradition, and they've removed parts of the actual threat. So, like in the Musannaf of Ibn Abi Shayba, it mentions the threat. And then in the book of Ansab al-Ashraf by Bladuri, he also quotes this. These are very early works. So, in terms of what they did is, because this was a very difficult narration, they include it up to the part where Umar is basically saying that. In fact, what I should do is I should pin the tradition up. Umar actually says that, look, let me bring up the tradition so that way we can read it. I'll actually quote you. We'll go through some sources now very quickly. So that's the first scan. This is from the Musannaf of Ibn Abi Shayba. Volume number 13, page 468, hadith number 38042. Ibn Abi Shayba. right? So from amongst the earlier scholars, he quotes the following chain, narrated Muhammad ibn Bishr from Ubaidullah ibn Umar, from Zayd ibn Aslam, from his father Aslam, the slave of Umar, who said, after the Messenger of Allah, may peace and blessings be upon him, passed away, when the allegiance was paid to Abu Bakr, Imam Ali alayhi salam and Zubair used to enter the house of Sayyidah Fatima salamu alayha, and to discuss about their action, meaning the action of the usurping of the caliphate. When this news reached Umar ibn Khattab, he went out and he entered the house of Bibi Fatima salamu alayha, and he said, O daughter of the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon his family, my most beloved is your father, and after him it's you. But by Allah, this love is not hindrance to me, that if these people got collected in your house, I will burn your house. So then I want to stop there. This is the tradition. I can continue. Now, the part that says, O daughter of the Messenger of Allah, my most beloved is your father, and after him it's you. Their scholars, some of their scholars, they've cut the rest of the part of the tradition out. So they've quoted themselves exactly the same chain. Like, for example, Al-Mustadrak and Al-Hakim, he quotes this narration. Suyuti also mentions in his book Musnad of Fatima Salaam alayha. So he quotes the same tradition, but he stops there. So this tradition is problematic for them. But Alhamdulillah, the scholars have accepted it. Many of the scholars have authenticated it. In fact, what I want to do, I just want to quote you a well-known, he used to be a Salafi scholar. I'll pin up what he says about this report. So Sheikh Farhan al-Maliki, he says in one of his works the following. I've just pinned up the scan. In the footnotes, he says, I used to assume that this attack is a lie, and it's not correct, until I found strong chains for it. One of them is what Ibn Abi Shaybah has reported in Musannaf, through an authentic chain from Aslam, the slave of Umar, and others. Sayyid Muhammad Rafid.
Yes, brother. It is from Qaraat fi Kutub al-Aqaid, I think.
Yes, Sayyid, I'm
Yes,
listening.
yes. Did you see? Have you seen what I've just pinned up now?
Yes, brother.
Sayyid, you know the point I told him? I said, is Aslam thiqa? He said, yes, Aslam is thiqa. So I said, okay, if somebody brings, information to you based on the Quran, and if a fasik comes with a news to you, you have to do bayan, you have to investigate. So Aslam here, he's transmitting a news without investigating. Do you have any counter narration by Aslam whereby Aslam discredited what he has heard? You don't have any such thing. So Aslam, he's transmitting something here. Brother Ali asked him a question. He said, do you believe that Aslam actually narrated this? He refused to answer. He did not want to answer. Ali gave him a very good question, that if actually Aslam narrated this tradition, then it will be problematic for you to reject it. Because rejecting it, it will be as if you're calling Aslam a liar, and you will have to reject all his traditions.
The thing is, look, at the end of the day, Aslam is a slave of Umar, and he would not narrate something that would essentially jeopardize his master, right? He was quite loyal to Umar. He was very close servant. So the fact that he narrated this, he wouldn't have just conjured this out from thin air. There would have been some sort of either he was there himself or he's heard it directly from Umar. Now, what's interesting is Aslam is just one person. You have three sons of Sahaba, right? You have Abdurrahman ibn Auf. He had three. He had many sons actually. He had many sons. From his sons, he had one son called Hamid ibn Abdurrahman, Ibrahim ibn Abdurrahman, and I believe Abi Salama, who also known as Abdurrahman, he was known as Abdurrahman II. But anyway, you have collective generations of people narrating this incident attack. It's not just one person. But the fact of the matter is, I think this one statement, which I've just pinned up alone by Sheikh Farhan Maliki, when he says, I used to assume that this attack is a lie, and it's not true, until I found strong chains for it. One of them is what has been quoted, of course, is the narration of Ibn Abi Shayba, through an authentic chain from Aslam the slave owner and others, right? So even he testifies to this. So it's not just one person narrating it. But anyway, I'm still shocked at the use of his words. It's very disturbing.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة
I have to say, I was listening to this guy, Madara, and the things that he was saying, it was just nonsense. He kept on insisting that Aslam wasn't there, right? As if that's even important. Why would that be important in the first place? It's a hadith, right? A hadith gets passed on by word of mouth. It doesn't get passed on by seeing the actual incident.
I agree with you.
Sayyid, I'm quite shocked that he used a complete different chain. I mean, for example, the one is from Ibn Nu, if I remember correctly, from Malik. And I think the other one was from Ismail from Malik. So, sorry, one is from Abu Nur from Malik. So even these chains that he's referring to, these are completely two different chains. Bukhari did not quote the chain of, so even the chain is different. Sayyid.
Yes, Sayyid, I observed that. So I think he doesn't have anyway. I think it's even a waste of time, like Brother Mikdad was saying earlier on. It's a waste of time, you know. Aslam is sicker. So Aslam is not narrating something that is false. It ends there. Whether you want to tell me